Well, a very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another Flight Deck to Sim live stream today. It's 4 minutes past 5 coming in for United Kingdom. It's an absolute scorcher of a day here. Currently around 30 degrees outside. I am sweating in the office. We've got the AC unit though wheeled in here. Hopefully it'll keep us nice and cool. Fantastic. We're back in the ZIBO mod 737 today. We're going to be starting off from where we left in Porto in the ZIBO mod, flying for the first time to London Heathrow on VATSIM. We've never been on the network. Hopefully we'll get some ATC later. There's usually quite a few people that come online on a Friday evening. I hope you're all doing very, very well indeed. Lots of people in the chat today. We've got Listed with Aaron Hastings, Domino, Monsieur, Joe Drage, Tim Waters, the moderators here. Anthony Till is here as well. Burak said something about me getting a kebab after the stream. We'll see. I'm still recovering from the one last weekend. 70s cop shop music, said Andy H1302. Absolutely brilliant. Well, guys, it's actually been a few days since we last streamed. Sunday evening. That is because I don't know if I mentioned it last stream, but I was actually at work for the first time in a long time on Wednesday. I didn't go flying, unfortunately, but I had a refresher sim just to keep me current and up to date. Still potential redundancies going on, so I'm just keeping my fingers and toes crossed. Hopefully we'll hear more, as I've been saying every week, in the next few weeks as well, because if all goes well, we'll hopefully be moving house, and then we can carry on with the channel stress-free, and we can all get on with our lives. Anyway, let's zoom on into the airport. So here is Porto, absolutely rammed here on VATSIM. There's quite a few static aircraft here, but all the other stands are now occupied. We are in the new livery by Eyesight here. Rika to rinse, cross those toes in your Crocs. You've got it. Right, so there's a Virgin Atlantic 747, that's static. This Icelandair is static. This is us here. It's exactly where we parked here. And there's an Alpaca Airways there, merging with an Emirates 777. There's an Alpaca Airways here, Alpaca Airways, a few Ryanair aircraft around as well. But here we are in our beloved ZIBO mod 737. Now, just to let you know, I am using the version I streamed in last stream when we were in the ZIBO mod, which is 342.10. I used 342.12 this morning on a test sector, and I was having quite a few issues with it. I let ZIBO know the flight model's a little bit off. We had an issue recently where there was a little bit too much drag with landing flap. Now the issue's been switched around, it's far too slippy. So I was testing it earlier with the landing flap, and we had about 10% less thrust than I'd expect. Now, as I've said many times before, you guys probably wouldn't notice, but I'm quite a perfectionist. ZIBO is 100% a perfectionist. I wasn't quite happy to stream in it today, so I've actually reverted to 342.10, which again, the flight model's pretty good in this, except it's a little bit too draggy. To cater for that, I've actually going to be selecting a lower gross weight today. Otherwise, we are cold and dark. I've even done the takeoff performance on the Boeing OPT app based on the current weather, so you can have a look at that as well. And we're going to do the entire setup as usual. If you have any questions, of course, I'll keep an eye on the chat, but we keep the setup quite nice and quiet during here anyway. Right, anyway, let's now jump into the flight deck. There we are. I forgot what the buttons are. God, it's been about 4 days since I've streamed. I've literally forgotten everything here. We'll turn the music down now on here because we'll start the boarding music in the ZIBO mod here anyway. Moral PL, are you still using the Airbus stick? Yes, that's my primary peripheral. I still have my Logitech Extreme 3D Pro in a box behind me, but I am using this now as my primary joystick. Right, let's get it started. Battery on, GPU's on the bus, electric hydraulic pumps can come on. Landing gear lever can go down. What was that? Marianne is loitering in the background, as per usual, making sure everyone's behaving themselves. Kurosh, when is the quiz? That's every Sunday stream. We do the quiz at the moment, every Sunday. We've got 6 green lights, landing gear lever down, aircraft documentation we then check. Let's work our way on down here. Perfect, that's all good. Let's reset that. Let's put the emergency exit lights armed. Let's have a look at our fuel today. So here's our operational flight plan. There's our performance today as well. So I was quite excited today because there's a lot of thunderstorms forecast. Not that they'll usually make me quite excited, but it certainly would in a desktop sim. Unfortunately, the weather's improved, or the forecast has improved drastically. So Heathrow, I think the worst we're going to get later is a bit of heavy rain, perhaps. But there might be a few isolated CBs thunderstorms around. But regardless, we'll take a bit of extra fuel because we're on VATSIM anyway. So we need a minimum of 7.2 tonnes. Let's take an extra 30 minutes. That would be 8.4 tonnes on the fuel. So we'll go ahead and do that here. 8.4 on fuel weight and balance. 8,400. Perfect. Payload. We're going to take 120 passengers today. As I've said earlier, the mod at the moment a little bit draggy with this current version, so by selecting 120 passengers at this gross weight, I'm kind of getting the pitch and power I'd expect for a fully loaded aircraft around 180, so that's the kind of figure I'm using at the moment. We'll call for the fuel truck. There we are. That should be uploading fuel as we speak. Let's push the 10 button, working our way here. Very high, the flaps are up and the indicator matches the up position. There's the takeoff config warning horn that's working. Stab trim cutout switches are in normal. Let's do the cargo fire tests. Lovely. Working our way down here. Runway on trim is where we want it. Again, gear extension door is closed. Circuit breakers are in. And stall warning test. Need to wait a little bit longer for that. There's the flight data recorder. We'll put that to VHF 1. IRS to nav. There we are, 7 minutes for the alignment. Circuit breakers are in this side, and now we can commence the boarding. So, start flight leg. There we are, lovely. 7 degrees in Melbourne, unbelievable. It's 20. What was it outside here? 29:30 today. It feels like 55 is so high in the UK. I mean, right now in Porto it's 19 degrees, and in the UK most places it's at least about 25. Crazy. Tim, I have a question. I have always based my zero fuel weight on 58.6 with 185 passengers. How do I work out what my zero fuel weight would be if I took only 80 passengers? Apologies if it's a stupidly simple answer. Tim, it's fine. In the ZIBO mod, all you need to do, I work backwards. So you go to the fuel weight and balance here. Go to payload, type in the amount of passengers you want. So I typed in 120. If you want to take 20, 50, 150, just put whatever you want in there. Executes, then just make reference to the first page here. And with that zero fuel weight, 53.6, what I did is I work backwards as sim brief. I don't use the passenger figures. I just put the passenger and cargo to auto. And I do this with all the aircraft I use. And then I put the zero fuel weight from the aircraft into the sim brief here. So you can see, look, I did it before the stream. 53.6. 53.6. There you go. So that's how it works. Cool. Dougal, 33 degrees in my sitting room. Unbearable. I mean, our thermostat's at 27 at the moment, so it's okay. But we've enjoyed the weather. It was lovely yesterday. I had the whole day in the garden yesterday. I had a barbecue, which was really nice. Cool. So that's all done. Let's see what air traffic control we have here. X-Pilot. We have got an ATIS, 124.3. So I'm just going to turn up the old sound mixer here. Open volume mixer, and let's turn that up. X-Pilot, it's turned up, and the ATIS frequency, what was it again? 124.3. So it should work in box 2.
QNH 1018 ACAL PPR information Bravo.
So let's have a listen to this information Bravo.
LPPR is B1530. Expect ILS to approaches runway and use 170L50 freak 118.0 closed contact freak 121.1. Wind 230 degrees 7 knots BRBBT and 200 and 270 degrees CLD. Broken clouds at 2800 foot temp 19. 2.12 QNH 1018 ACAL PPR information Bravo.
Okay, I'll be perfectly honest with you guys. I caught about 20% of that ATIS. I've never heard one quite like that. Importantly, I heard that runway 17 was in use and the QNH is 1018. Okay, my goodness, what an absolute spiel. Right, the wind was less than 10 knots as well. Perfect. Right, QNH 1018 set, runway 17 for departure. So we'll set the QDM here to the runway direction, which is 172 degrees. That was hilarious. 172, 172, and 172. Cool, so that's looking good. Right, QNH is set. I'll show you the performance. We're going to look at this in a lot more detail very shortly, but you can see where I get my MFRA, for example. So Abitab charts. Here we are. So this is from the actual official Boeing OPT app. Here's our MFRA, 1,230. Lovely. Someone's giving me a ping. Who's this? Thank you, Kurosh. Someone messaged me on VATSIM all the time. Always this happens. Right, QNH1018 to Emma Phrase 1230. We'll turn up the lighting here, and I'll get the FMC up and loaded here. Guys, can you hear the air conditioning in the background? We've got this little portable air conditioning, and I was very worried because it's a necessity. I hope you can't hear it. It's very loud, but it is right in the back of the bedroom compared to where we are. Right, anyway, let's get this all uploaded here. So we have the latest AirAC installed. And we've got Lima Papa Papa Romeo for Porto. GPS left coordinates can come in. And we're going to Heathrow. Echo Golf Lima Lima. Our call sign today is going to be the Alpaca 45 Lima Lima. And I've just realised I haven't set up Sim Toolkit Pro because I'm not a real streamer. Not an issue. All okay. Fantastic. That's what I like to hear. It sounds like it's on the aircraft, so it's fine. It's infinite flight deck. Okay, cool. So I'm just uploading Sim Toolkit Pro. It'll only take me 30 seconds. So flight planning. The great thing about this, you can just load it from SimBrief. Fly now, and I can minimise that, and hopefully now, if I go to Streamlabs, and we'll turn this on. Ping. There we go. Now you've got all the flight information on the top of the screen. Right, let's carry on. So, Alpaca 45 Lima Lima departures. Runway 17. We're going to use the intersection Foxtrot today, otherwise we have to backtrack all the way for runway 17. Departure, I'd like to fly. There are two Turon SIDs for runway 17, but we'll plan for the Turon 8 Romeo, which will take us right over the Atlantic. There's a left turn as well that takes you over the mainland too. Let's put our routing in. So, from Turon Upper Papa 600 to Asdeb. Routing today is kind of north towards Spain, crossing over Santiago, over the Bay of Biscay, Cherbourg Peninsula. I think I should go right over the top of Jersey, so a little bit west of the Cherbourg Peninsula. The flight time should be just under 2 hours. Quimper, up November 472 to Bader. From Bader up November 585 to Fejak. Love that. And they're going direct to Jersey. And then direct to Rev 2. And then Upper Papa 87 to Roxog. And that's the beginning of our arrival into Heathrow. Now, right now in Heathrow, because it's so quiet with the COVID-19 pandemic, they're actually using single runway operations. So they switch each week, I think, between 27 left, 27 right, or 09 left, 09 right. Using today's information, I went on the official Heathrow website, and they're currently using ILS 27 left on the western runways, 27 right the following week. So we'll select ILS 27 left. We're going to go for the Roxog 1 Golf. No, correction, Roxog 1 Hotel, and then we're going to be going via the Ockham VOR, although we expect vectors prior to that. So we can activate that, execute. We can now do our performance. So 0 fuel weight, 53.6, reserves, our alternate stays Gatwick. Reserves going to be some of these two, so it's going to be 2.1, let's call it 2.2 tons, so not a huge amount, but it's quite close to Heathrow. Cost index is going to be 30. We'll initially cruise at flight level 380. We might step up to 400 an hour into the flight. So we'll go 380 up here. And the elevation in Heathrow, I think it's around 100 feet, so we'll put that in there. Cool. Top of climb wind is 314 at 52. And top of climb ISA is 0 degrees. Right, so let's have a look at the takeoff performance. So this is from the official Boeing OPT app. Essentially what we do, we just enter all the detail information off the ATIS, which you could hear today was pretty much impossible because it was coming out so quickly. But you can see here from Porto, runway 17, we're using the Foxtrot intersection, so we're only going to use kind of 2/3 of the length of the runway. Otherwise you have to backtrack all the way for runway 17. There's no taxiway at beam runway 17. We'll have a look at that in the briefing shortly. It's dry. This was from the METAR just 15 minutes before the stream. Look, you see at 16:45. So 230 at 7. Temperature's 17 degrees. It's actually 19 now, so it'll be fine. In reality, we'd have to update that. QNH is 1018, and it's 24K, flat 5, air conditioning auto, anti-ice off. And we don't need improved climb or an extended second segment, so we'll leave that off. So 62 tons, and 24K is going to be 94.2. Now, you'll notice there's a discrepancy of 95.2 of 1%. That's because the APU is not running. It should be around 95.4 there, but we can accept that. And you'll notice when I put the APU bleed on, that will reduce to 94.2 or thereabouts. Flat 5, the speeds should match, or be within a knot, which they are, so we can accept all those speeds. CG is 21.3, so we'll put the trim to 5.5 units, which is set, and we'll set V2 here as well, which is 144. Adam, I guess this OPT is not available to Simmons. No, it's from my Boeing, from my work iPad. So we have iPads at work, and then the Boeing OPT app, and then all the data's there. So essentially, I just used it, took a screenshot. Unfortunately, it's not available publicly, but it just gives you a little bit of extra realism. I occasionally do it, especially when I'm doing single sectors in the ZIBO mod, just to show you how it works. Right, so the FMC is all loaded. We'll have a bit of terrain and airport on the EFIS panel. Let's go up here, so your damper can come on. Nav transfer, display switch is normal auto, fuel can come on as well, 4 pumps. We've just got 500 kilos in the centre tank, so we'll pop those on as well. Seatbelt sign can come on as fueling is complete. On. Electric hydraulic pumps are on. Needles are where we want them, trim air can come on. Auto, 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 that is set, that should be on steady. And let's have a look at our SID and our briefing. So flight director's on, our stop level today is going to be flight level 100. So we'll set that just here. Order brake to RTO, reset the fuel flow. Working our way down here, it's all set, and as expected, got Porto, I think it's 14 on there. Cool, so what I'll do, I'll just grab the clearance and then we'll brief and then we'll head on our way. James, what is the function of the yaw damper? Yaw damper, dampered yaw. No, it stops things like Dutch roll and it helps coordinate turns, but it works all in the background. That's essentially what it does in a nutshell. Right, let's check what the frequency is here for... Oh, where? Oh dear, there's no ATC now. Now, there is a centre here. There was a Porto approach online, but he's gone. Am I right in thinking I could call centre to grab my clearance? It's been a very, very long time since I've ever had to do that. Damp sure. Exactly, Adam. We'll remember you're a packer. Good one. CTM, do not say operator. Yeah, so little story. I was in the sim the other day on Wednesday, and I might have accidentally said alpaca. That's our call sign. I wonder why. Dear. Yes, contact centre. Ground is open. Is it? I don't have it here, either on the map or on Xpilot here. It just says centre, so I'll try them. 12555.
Exactly. Your wings 4 Golf Sierra, are you here? Your wings 4 Golf Sierra, Lisbon Control, are you here?
He's not here. He is missing. Get AP up and running, guys.
Alpaca 160 X-ray taxi, Foxtrot holding runway 17 via Sierra.
There's an EasyJet pushing next to us, so we're just going to do a straight pushback.
Plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu
He
when
sounds
you're ready.
Portuguese.
Alpaca 780 requesting taxi.
Greetings, says Consumer Large Egg. Good day to you.
Give way to the Alpaca 737 that's going to be passing from left to right. Then taxi Foxtrot holding runway 17.
Give way to 737 passing from left to right, then taxi to Foxtrot holding point runway 17 Alpaca 782. Response center to jet 6973 at flight level 350.
So this guy is doing everything. He's doing upper radar, clearances at all the airports. Could be busy here. This Boa, good day, Alpaca 45 Lima Lima. We're on Porto, stand 32, and information Bravo QNH 1018. We're looking for departure clearance to Heathrow, please.
Airport Chicago 2467, cleared for the ILS approach runway 03.
03 is clearing aircraft into Lisbon.
Alpaca 4577 Lisbon Control, QNH 1017. Clear the London Heathrow via the Tehran 8 Lima departure, runway 17, squawk 4703.
Clear to Heathrow on the Tehran 8 Lima departure, runway 17, squawk 4703, Alpaca 45 Lima Lima.
Alpaca 45 Lima Lima, readback is correct. Let me know if you're able to depart from intersection Foxtrot.
We're able, Foxtrot, Alpaca 45 Lima Lima.
Amazing.
Perfect. So, yeah, we've got our squawk and clearance now, so what we'll do, we'll set up there, and I'll, see how he asked about Foxtrot.
To your wings,
just going to turn him down there. There we are. So, we've got a clearance, 4703, and we were cleared on the Tehran 8 Lima, so we've got the 8 Romeo here, so all we need to do here is select the 8 Lima. There we are, and executes. So that should do us quite nicely from Tehran direct to Asdeb, I think. Yes. Insufficient fuel. That's a spurious message that comes up in the mod when you modify the routing there. Cool, so let's got the APU ready. We'll get the better pushback on his way as well. We're doing great for time. We're due off in 4 minutes. Let's have a little bit of a briefing here. So, let's have a look at where we are. Right, here's the terminal. We're on stand 32. We're going to be blasting off a runway 17. So we're going to do a straight pushback here. We'll make a left turn Sierra 3, then join the Sierra taxiway to Foxtrot. And from Foxtrot, now, you'll notice here, he said, are you able, Foxtrot? Yes, we are. So we're actually going to be taking off from, 2/3 of the length of the runway. At the end of the day, there's no taxiway here. So if you have to backtrack, the arrivals on 17, that's going to be an issue. So if you remember on the Boeing onboard performance tool, we selected Foxtrot intersection for departure. We're happy, that's why we're going full 24k, and then we're going to use just this runway length here. So it's important that you're on an accurate performance calculator. I know that's not always available for you guys, but if you're not sure, use full length, but just bear in mind there might be a delay if there's multiple arrivals here. So we are going to take off from Foxtrot, and our SID, we're going to, I think this plate covers both of them. Yep, we've got the Tehran 8 Lima for runway 17. So it's an RNAV SID. SID's our noise abatement routings. It is an NADP2 departure here. Initial climb clearance is flight level 100, which we have set now hard because we have got our clearance. Going to climb straight ahead to zap him, and then we're going to make a left turn to Papa Romeo 634 at above 4,000 feet. Then to Papa Romeo 638 at above 70, and then to Tehran at above flight level 100, even though the stop level was 100. So that's it. That's the SID all cleared. We then brief our emergencies, our takeoff briefing. So it's going to be captain's takeoff, runway 17, NADP2. Weather is good. That's it. It's a nice airport to fly to. Nice routing there. Oliver, how do you find NADP 1 or 2 on the charts? It's not always on the charts, Oliver. I have airfield documentation and briefings from my operator, so I can check on there. And I can confirm it is an ADP2. Sometimes it depicts it on charts, so I'll have a look at this one later. Right, anyway, let's turn up the volume again on X-Pilot.
Easy 225, Porto Tower, boa tarde, confirm stand number? You're for taxi, sorry. Is it 225, Quebec Golf, Lisbon Control, identified,
I've got 2 frequencies, I think. It looks like I've got 2 frequencies there, so let's just go 1-to-1 file on this one.
Runway 84 Papa Lima, Lisbon Control,
all ready to go.
Cleared Asport 2 Tango, arrival, runway 17, descent flight level 110.
Asport 2 Tango for runway 17 and descending 110, Ryanair 84 Papa Lima.
Alpaca 45 Lima Lima, Tower 118.0, talk to you later.
Tower 180, Alpaca 45 Lima Lima, thank you. So, there is a tower online now, which is great. That poor guy was getting overloaded, but he was controlling pretty much the entirety of Lisbon.
Alpaca 16 Sierra X-ray Porto Tower, clear to backtrack runway 17.
Porto Tower, Boitard, Alpaca 45 Lima Lima, stand 32, request push and start, and for information we are able to depart from intersection Foxtrot.
Alpaca 45 Lima Lima, Porto Tower, boa tarde. Push and start is approved facing north.
Push start approved, face north, Alpaca 45 Lima Lima. So if you remember from the pushback, we are facing east, but it's fine. I can just make that left turn anyway. A lot of airports push like that. Right, air conditioning packs off. APU bleed. Come on, anti-collision lights on. Parking brake is set. Transponder out off. We're clear to push a start. Look at that. Exactly on 3-0. If you're unfamiliar with my streams, we always try to push back 30 minutes after the stream started, so everything is good. Oh yeah, QNH is 1017, Brando. You're quite right.
5 confirm stand up.
It's been set now. We're finally on our way.
Alpaca 295, push and start is approved facing north.
Cool. So, clear right, starting engine number 2. Perfect, so N2, oil pressure N1.
Alpaca 16 X-ray, wind 240 degrees at 7 knots, runway 17
these sounds really low.
after departure, contact Porto approach on 120.9.
Any parachute stay bare, man, unbelievable. I just heard the next fix is going to be 120.9, so we'll get that tuned as well. Perfect, so that sounded like start account, monitor engine number 2, 2463, 2 stable, starting engine number 1. Head 2. Doors are closed, very good infant flight deck. Let's actually double check. Yes, they are.
Complete. Set parking brake.
Parking brake set. N2, N1, all pressures fine. Let's get some fuel in. Smart valves closed. Brilliant. Ooh, got some nice wavy paint here on the terminal. I just realised, I don't think I updated any of the scenery information, did I? Oh, I did. Oh, I forgot to tell you. Oh, I did. Yeah, the Porto scenery is by really Croy. It's on the X-Plane forum. It's okay. It's better than the default one. Oh, I didn't know he was there. Oh well. Right, start account, monitoring engine number 1. 1 and 2 is stable. List of in problem. Evidence of open door on pushback. Solution evidence removed.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. And signal on the right. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Boa Tard, thank you. So, show us the bypass pin. Left not clear, yeah, I know Nanu, we're going to end up taxiing into him. Right, there's the bypass pin from Rodriguez. Thanks buddy, let's now do the before taxi flow. Generators on, APU off, start switches continuous. Pro heat on, anti-ice off, air conditioning, packs auto, ice station valve auto, APU beams off. That's set flaps. And flight controls, full forward, full back, left, centre, right, centre. Here comes the runners. Full right, centre, full left, centre, recall. And then that's it, we'll do the before taxi checklist.
Alpaca 19 Lima November, hold short number 1.
And listening, better pushback, such a great plugin it is. And in fact, the guy actually got in contact with me because wanted some radio messages. Okay, so thanks for the $2. Check the overhead panel. FDR guard, flight data recorder guard. Just testing you, just testing you. Thank you very much, Gator, for the $2. That is why we do checklists. Ben Foster, charity around the world. VATSIM Insta at Captain Fozzie. I have no idea what you're referring to there, Ben Foster, but thanks for the £2 donation, buddy. I'll have a look at that. Right, anyway, let's get our taxi clearance. Alpaca 45 Lima Lima request taxi.
Alpaca 45 Lima Lima taxi to holding point runway 17 via Sierra and Foxtrot. Number 3 for departure.
Taxi holding point 17 via Sierra Foxtrot, Alpaca 45 Lima Lima. Cool, right, let's now commence our taxi. Turn off taxi, clear left, clear right, the speedbird's on his way. Release parking brake, config check. Excellent. And then we'll make a left turn.
Alpaca 19er Lima November behind after the traffic passing from your right to left. Push and start is approved facing north. Skogmutjar.
So I was just talking to Mariana.
After
We weren't deciding what to have for dinner, don't worry.
Left to start approved. Facing north.
Oh yes.
Alpaca 19 Lima November.
CA97, how do you get top of climb wind on the first base shot right at the OFP? I can never get it on SimBrief. There's several operators there. Make most of the operators there have that option, so you can choose either Ryanair, there's a few others too, and some of the airlines have that OFP option to have that information on the top page. I think most of them do. Mine does, so that's why I selected it. But our old flight plans never used to, so we had to always update it manually, and I realised that on Lido you can change that.
Alpaca 19 Lima November, confirm if you are able to depart from position Foxtrot.
So we're going to taxi at this point. We can, if you remember, we've checked the performance on the official Boeing OPT app. We can depart from Foxtrot, no problem at all. Anthony, almost time for the stapler to take off. Anthony is ready to go. Just plonk it on the half the buttons.
Easy 225 after departure contact Porto approach on 120.9er, break winds 240 degrees at 7 knots, 17 clear for
Nano, are you already a member of the European Airline Pilot Group? Great initiative on Facebook. Yes, I am in that group on Facebook.
Speedbird 3833 after departing traffic on 17 when I've been wait behind.
Alpaca 295 requesting taxi.
Alpaca 295 taxi to holding point 117 via Sierra in
There's an
Foxtrot.
EasyJet blasting off.
Taxi holding point runway 17 via Sierra Foxtrot, Alpaca 295.
So that's a funny thing as well that happens in the mod. When you turn the tiller quite hard, you get anti-skid. The anti-skid light pop up. That doesn't happen in the real plane. Lovely. Oops, try and stay on the taxi line though. It's super hard in this view. So it looks like Nigel's backtracking. Oh no, he's not. Very good. Oh my god. Where's he going? Is he taking off towards me? Cool. And now we'll do the before takeoff checklist. So config. We'll check flaps. We have 5 and 5 with a green light. Stab trim set for departure, 5.5 units set. Takeoff briefing. The packs are in auto bleeds on. The V speeds are set for departure. 33, 34, 44 set. Our SID's going to be the 2-8 Lima. So we can climb straight ahead to what's that point called? Zabim or something like that. Let's double check here. Zapim. And then we're going to make a left turn to Papa Romeo 634. And then 2 on stop climb, flight level 100, which is set in the MCP, NADP2. That's it, check's complete. Weapon Richie, Alpaca 45 Llama Llama.
Alpaca 45 Lima Lima, after departing traffic, line up and wait behind runway 17.
Behind the departing Airbus, line up wait behind runway 17, Alpaca 45 Lima Lima. Right, so being cleared to line up and wait. He's departing. So confirm with the first officer, Jim, cleared to line up and wait. A for flight, so we are cleared, line up and wait. Clear left, clear right. And then we can complete the checks. So auto throttle LNAV, transponder to TARA, and the weather radar come on. So MCP is set, transponder, TARA, strobe lights are on, we're just holding on our takeoff clearance.
On runway 17.
Sometimes turning this aircraft is really hard. Till is still wanting to turn right even though I've got full left. I'll give myself 2 out of 10 on that lineup. Awesome stuff, guys. So we'll just have to wait for a bit of separation and we'll get our takeoff clearance. There we are. Now at least pointing in the right direction. Cool. So as you can see, look, we've only used half of the runway available, but that's the whole point. We don't have to backtrack there, cause issues for aircraft on arrival. We've got Alpaca 295 landing up to our left. There we are. It's an Airbus, we'll probably outclimb it.
On runway 17. On runway 17.
Seatbelt.
Alpaca 45 Lima Lima after departure, contact port approach on 120.9 air brake, wind 220 degrees at 8 knots, runway 17 clear for takeoff.
Runway 17 clear takeoff after departure, 120.9 Alpaca 45 Lima Lima. Thanks to ATC, bye now. Perfect. So being clear for takeoff. Guys, Toga's in chat, we are on our way to London Heathrow. Parking brake released. 40%.
Alpaca 295, ultra trainer 17, expect 1 landing.
And stabilise, push Toga, set takeoff thrust. There we are. Takeoff thrust is set, indications normal, light forward pressure on the control column to 80 knots. Checked, release that forward pressure. Choose that relative 18 centre line. A1, rotate 2 to 2.5 degrees per second. And we're airborne, pause rate of climb. Gears coming up. And L now at 50 feet. Timer, yeah, very good. Just remember to add 45 seconds to it, yeah?
400.
L nav. Amazing. Master cushion fuel, that's the fuel in the centre tank, that's copied. Right, bug up. So at the moment it's commanding a little bit of a higher speed, but it is pitching down now. Flaps on. Flaps up. I don't know what's happening to my scenery, it's blinking there on the left hand side. That's fuel, again that's because of our attitude. Our command A and VNAV will set standard 20 degrees, we don't need engine anti-ice, passing 3-4, flight level 100. We'll just contact departures and then we'll do the after takeoff checklist. Porto approach, Boitard, Alpaca 45 Lima Lima on a Turon 8 Lima passing 39er for flight level 100.
Alpaca 45 Lima Lima, Porto 95,
Sorry, just say again, Alpaca 45 Lima Lima, it's very quiet.
Alpaca 45 Lima Lima identified, climb flight level 240.
Climb flight level 240, Alpaca 45 Lima Lima. Perfect, I've just turned his volume up. So flight level 240 set. I'm just going to turn that centre tank pumps off because it's going to be blinking off there every second there. There we are. So 240 set after takeoff checklist. So gear up and off. Water brake 2 off. Start switches off. Taste light off. Air conditioning and pressurisation 2.9. And set. Switch where we want them. And altimeter standard set. Passing 6.9 for flight level 240. After takeoff checklist is complete. It should have been on, but we can now release the cabin crew. And we are finally our way. Put the tunes on. There we are. Oh my goodness me, what is going on? Oh no! I've never seen that in X-Plane 11. Jeez. That ain't right. I hope it's not going to be like that for the entire sector. Oh man. That seems to have fixed it. Well, a little bit. Has anyone seen that before? Let's do the pre-cruise checks now. 107 for 240. 4 bumps. We've got a little bit of fuel in the sensor tank, but I'm just going to keep them off there because we're going to keep getting most of cautions here. Maybe use pressurisation. 4.5 sets. Passengers release, recall checks complete. Well, it looks like it was a temporary issue. It has gone. It was very strange. Matt, you had an issue with Vulcan. I haven't got Vulcan installed. I'm on the original M41. Alex, be glad you didn't see that in real life. Strobes, trim air. Trim air's on, strobes are on. Overheating computer, I hope not. But it does feel very hot. Steve Mayer. Boss, I'm having problems extending the runway sense line.
50, 40,
any help is appreciated.
30,
Oh, Steve,
20,
yeah, and I know you got back to me on
10.
Discord. I never actually fully got back to you, but it should work at this stage. So, if you go to the legs, find any waypoint. You can do any waypoint. It doesn't need to be the runway extended centre line point. You can use a CI point. Let's use Papa Romeo 638. Or, I don't know, let's use 2 run ahead. Bring that to the top, and you'll have an intercept course button here in the bottom right. Now, all you need to do here is type in the final approach track. So, Heathrow, for example, today, 270. Put that in there, and then execute. That's all you need to do. That's how you extend the centre line. So, if you're using Heathrow as an example, that's the point I'd like to extend it from. CI 27 left. Bring that to line, select key 1 left. Inbound course 270. And now, if I was to execute that, that would extend the centre line right now for Heathrow. So, that's how you do it. Thanks, Steve, for the donation. So you can see that Airbus ahead. If they're accurately modelled before, look, we're already out climbing that Airbus. Look, 200 feet below us, 300 feet below us. It's just like in real life. I mean, we are very light today, to be fair. We always seem to outclimb the Airbuses that depart ahead of us if they're going in the same direction. Berman, have you got any Barry Manilow? This is just my chill playlist. Jamlin, Captain, why the forward pressure until 80 knots? The reason is to increase the amount of weight on the nose wheel to make it more, the nose wheel steering more effective. Below 80 knots, the rudder isn't as effective as it is. Obviously, the faster you go. Unicom 122.8, Alpaca 45, thanks to ATC now. Bye bye. Perfect. Yeah, so Jamlin, like, at low speeds below 80 knots, the rudder is just not as effective at maintaining centre line. So to make the nose wheel steering more effective, you don't use the till on a takeoff roll, you use your rudder, and it does, I think, up to 8 degrees of nose wheel movement can come in from the rudder. But it just makes it more effective, especially if it's wet or if you have an aft trim. So you want to make sure you have that weight on the nose wheel below 80 knots, just to make sure if you want to turn, the nose wheel is effective. The elevator is pitching down and puts weight on the nose wheel. I hope that kind of makes sense. Brett, looks like you got a new stripe. Congratulations on your promotion. Thanks for the continued support. I'm Finnegan. Captain, could you remind me the reason for blanking the lower DU? Yes, on takeoff. If this is open here and we have an exceedance in any of these parameters, it won't be as alerting to us because it'll probably just go amber or reverse video for some of them. If it's off and then any of those secondary parameters are exceeded, the screen pops up, so like this, and that gets your attention. You just see that in the corner of the eye when that pops up, especially at night. I've never had it pop up for a reason apart from shutting the engine down on stand if you forgot to turn this stand on, but screen on, but that's the reason. No 80 seats, will go all the way up to 38,000 feet. Thanks for subscribing, Dave Roverts. Welcome aboard. Tim, you took off in Heathrow and 200 to Alicante once before, just like we did in that stream, apart from when the PC didn't know.
50, 40, 30.
Thank you very
20,
much to Lee Russell,
10.
who's just joined as a member. Welcome aboard, sir. Glad you're enjoying the content. You'll get invited to our members-only Discord, where you're free to contact me or anyone there to help answer a plethora of questions. It's quite a community now, so thank you very much. Enjoy your custom emojis in chat. Thanks for subscribing, NGW88. Lonius Anderson, why are you climbing manually? I'm not climbing manually. The autopilot is engaged. Are you looking at the control column moving? If so, that's exactly what it does in real life. Herman, you finally received your Flying Data Sim mug. It will fit nicely in my new house. Outstanding.
Minimums, minimums, minimums. Approaching minimums.
Huh? Didn't we have that notification already? I don't know. Thank you very much to Rofada Rashid for the £4.5 donation. Could you please do a tutorial for how to keep the aircraft on centerline whilst landing? Sure, but I already have a lot of tutorials kind of allowing for that. If you have a look at my landing tutorial in the PMDG NGX, that will kind of get you started. It's all about keeping the runway in the same position, and I'll try and remember on the approach to Heathrow to tell you what I'm doing to maintain centerline. Thank you. James, evening. How's the flight going? Going on very well. On time. Alpaca Airways service. Porto to Heathrow.
$50, 40, 30.
Thank you very
20,
much to...
10.
Oh. Okay, that one's just come up again. Thank you again, Rafina Rashid. James, always on time, you got it. Hi Fly 101, Nafina or Sam, I'm guessing that's for your uncle. Again, my condolences, and from Mariana as well. And I hope you're doing very well, buddy. Mark Swift, can you also use your 3-2-1 rule? Yes, I can, Mark. I will do my absolute best to kind of talk you through the 3-2-1 rule. What I'm trying to do to maintain sense line. Kurosh, any thunderstorms on your route today? Now, the weather forecast changed this morning and last night. It was looking quite ropey over the UK, but I think a lot of the thunderstorms haven't really evolved. In fact, where I live, there's no thunderstorms forecast anymore. They were forecasting thunderstorms all day today. And I think the same in Heathrow. Let's have a look at our en route chart. No, there's no CBs here. So you can see here, look, north of London, isolated embedded CBs at 350. This morning, I had a look at the SIG weather chart this morning, and it was covering the entirety of the south coast of the UK, all the way to northwest France. But that's updated. When was this one updated? Midday, perhaps. 1800 Zulu on the 26th of June. Oh, it's valid from the 1800. Sorry, I'm being stupid. So that's valid from 1800 Zulu. The one I looked at this morning was from 1200 UTC, and it had pretty much the entire sector, but it looks like it's not as bad. So this is isolated embedded CBs. Crossing a jet stream at 33,000 feet, so we should be above that. We're just around here now. Charts you get for free, they're exactly the same as the real life flight. It's really, really good. I keep looking at how many pages of NOTAMs are on the flight plan. I haven't clicked the option in SimBrief for NOTAMs, so, but typically 25 pages. Nanu, can you share the music playlist? Nanu, it's a mixture of royalty-free music which I've mashed all together and made it into a few is it .wav files. So I downloaded it from YouTube's music free library, just typed online royalty-free music, got around 100 tracks or so, and I have it down set as 4 or 5 different things in Streamlabs. Infinite Flighter, is there a difference between Zulu and UTC? It's the same time. I think outside of aviation they use it different ways, but Zulu, UTC, GMT is the same. Brendan, Captain, what's the highest winds you've encountered during flight? I've had winds in excess of 200 knots in the jet streams. In fact, if you go to my Twitter, although it would have been many, many tweets ago, I actually was retweeted by the highest ground speed records, because I got a ground speed, I think it was in excess of 600 knots. We had around 180 knot tailwind, plus we had a really high cost index, so we were zipping along with a 600 knot ground speed. To the Sky Studios, how do you program holds in the FMC? So let me show you. If you select hold, now if a hold comes up already, that's probably the hold associated with the missed approach. There isn't one associated runway 27 left in here. You then select the waypoint at which you'd like to hold at. If there is hold already there, select next hold. If you, for example, select, I don't know, next waypoint, Coral, which is the FIR boundary between Portugal and Spain, I think, and France. Hold. Put your information in, your inbound course, left, right turns, distance, time, and execute. And then leave it in LNAV. Marion and Luke, 500 people watching. Yes, on a Friday evening. Amazing. It's a lovely day here in the UK. I would not be mad if you go and put your feet up outside and enjoy the sunset. More of PL, outrageous. 500 people watching, only 235 likes. Guys, I am a YouTuber. I expect as many likes as possible. Just smash the thumbs up button. I haven't got a target today. Guys, what did you think of the Lama International Airlines video as well, posted last Saturday? I can't believe that's up to nearly 30,000 views now. That's insane. It's actually... it's funny enough, in one of the groups I'm in on Facebook, one of the airline groups I follow, someone actually posted that. There we are, 38,000 feet, 16 minutes, nice and light, perfect. Llama video. Llama movie was hilarious. Thanks. Guys, if you're watching the stream and haven't seen it before, I have a command associated with this video. Llama International Airlines is our main rival here at Alpaca Airways, and we managed to get hold of some incredibly rare footage, which you leaked and posted. It should decide on who you fly with in the future. Oh yeah, I completely forgot, we've got 100 kilos in the centre tank. So actually, I'm operating, we have a new procedure in the cruise. We select max continuous thrust. Just gives us an increased N1 limit in the event of turbulence or a change of wind. Yes, Lima International Airways, the R we just add for liar. What did I say? Lima? Did I just say Lima International Airways? I've already lost the plot. I've only been streaming for 58 minutes. Llama International Airways. Alexander, hi Flight Sim. I'm an A350-1000 pilot. How's it going? Very well, Alexander. I hope you're not furloughed like I am. I have been confirmed, actually, I confirmed with work, I am furloughed all of July now as well. Just a real pain because there are the chance of some limited flights, but unfortunately, most of us are still furloughed.
50, 40, 30.
Thank you very much,
20,
Waypoint Richie, for the £5. This is going to be an automatic one. Here we go.
Capitano, I've recently dipped my toe in the daunting VATSIM world in the hope I can prep for a group flight soon.
Amazing.
I've never been so nervous in my life. Any tips for new pilots?
Well, thank you very much, Waypoint Richie, for the £5 donation, referring to me as a Capitano. I love that. Yeah, you've got nothing to worry about. You know, grab a hold of Discord, you know, follow the guidance there. You know, you can always post any questions, get practicing on VATSIM as well. In fact, I think we're due the next members group fight. I've been so distracted with work and what's going on the side here, that's why I had a bit of a break from streaming. I think next weekend we are due a members group flight, but I might have to hold it off for another week. Have we got, because Friday we're meant to be getting some news, but we'll see. I'll talk to you guys in Discord later, but we'll get you all set up. I might have to postpone for another week, or we could perhaps do it on a Friday evening, but I think we're doing it in the United States next. I did agree with you guys that we'd be in the
50,
US then.
40,
Thank you very much, Waypoint.
30, 20.
Thank you very much, Burko Flyer, for the £5 with a starry donation.
Hi CPT, great stream as always. I can't get rid of the takeoff config warning on pre-flight test and on Toga.
Oh no, Burko Flyer, it sounds like you might have the aircraft slightly misconfigured. So this is what I'd like you to check next time you take off, if you're in the 737. Unlike the Airbus, which you've been flying, do not arm the speed brake. That's probably the most common thing that people forget when flying the 737, so that needs to be stowed. Make sure you've got flaps in the takeoff range, so 1, 5, 10, 15 or 25. Make sure your trim is in the green area. Make sure your parking brake is released as well. What else have I forgotten? There's I feel like there should be something else. I can't remember off the top of my head, but yeah, check that and you'll
40,
get yourself up and running there. But thank you very much for the
20,
donation.
10.
Temporarily grounded, thanks for the $10. You may have already mentioned this, but what version of ZIBO are you flying with today? We are in 342.10, and yes, we did mention at the start of the stream, 342.12, a few issues with the flight model. I tested this morning on the sector, and I was streaming to some of the guys in Discord, and always feel free to drop in when you're online, and I was just showing, we did the approach, and the thrust was a little bit, well, it was a little bit, it was well off what we'd expect for the phases of flight. So the issues we've been having recently is that with landing flap, kind of 25 to 40, it's been far too draggy, too much thrust has been needed. It's now the complete opposite. I was landing earlier, and typically for a 60-ton aircraft, flat 30, you'd expect around an N1 of around 57-ish%. We're testing on it around 45, far too floaty, far too sleek. And again, when I flared and landed, the attitude was very high. The attitude typically on approach flat 30 is around 1 degree. We were around, I think it was 4 degrees. So I know Tim, Twerks, the guy behind the flight model, has been away for a while, and ZIBO's been busy changing the coding to C++, and I think a few little bugs have crept in, but I've asked Tim, you know, can we have a full review of the flight model. I'm using 342.10. It's pretty good, clean, it's good, and that's where you spend 98% of the time. So, and again, on final approach, 342.10 isn't that far off as well, but 342.12 I'm having issues with personally. So yeah, that was it. Thanks for the donation, and yeah, if you always want to know what version of the mod I'm flying, guys, just scroll to the video description below. I always update prior to stream all the scenery using what aircraft we have, what version, etc. Right, guys, what I'm going to do, I'm going to throw you to the stapler screen because I'm absolutely bursting. I didn't get a chance to go before the stream. If you just give me 3 minutes, guys, I'll be straight back. Thank you very much. In fact, I've got my stapler ready. Not my stapler, it's my sellotape rule. I can say it's the stapler. Right, let's get my stapler ready. Stapler, guys, if you're new, I hold that down on the arrow so you can enjoy the panoramic view whilst I'm just dipping for a quick whiz. Right, and I've also, check it out, I've got a new I'll be right back as well. There we go, guys. Oh no, not that one. Oh no, what? I changed that. Hold on, give me 2 seconds. I'm meant to be a real streamer here. Now, why is that not displaying correctly? There we are, look at that! How artistic and realistic. Guys, I'll just be around 3 or 4 minutes. See you in a second. Thanks for that, guys. I'll remove the, it's actually not a stapler, it's a sellotape reel. There we are. There's Santiago, beautiful part of the world here, north of Spain. And there's the Bay of Biscay.
50, 40, 30, 20.
Thank you very much, Increase Triplotus, for £10 donation. Very, very kind of you. Let's hear what we have to see.
Hello, Captain. Hope you are all well. I have just submitted my university thesis and final assignments.
Amazing.
I have a huge sense of relief and elation right now. Take care, Captain. Be reminded not to say Japan Airlines when stating call sign XD.
Thank you very much, Increase2 for your very generous £10 donation. Well, first, I think everyone in chat needs to say congratulations to Increase2 for finishing his university thesis. I was never clever enough to go to university, so congratulations to you. And yeah, I'll do my best. I wish you wouldn't say who I work for, Joe. Yeah, I'll try not to mention JAPAN Airlines when stating call sign. Thank you very much, Crew 0002, and congratulations to you. Bay of Biscay. I remember telling you the story over the Bay of Biscay when I was on a boat. Ugh. Flight data sim story time. So, flight time will be around an hour and a half from there. There is London Heathrow. Just the one sector today, guys. Will Beauty, one of the roughest seas I've sailed on. Yeah, me too. Oh, God. I've been on that, across that, when I was based in Spain for my first year and a half at the airline I worked for. And I got the ferry from Bournemouth to both Santander and Bay of Biscay. Brittany ferries, there are other ferry ship companies available. 2 of those crossings were bad, one of them was really bad, and I don't enjoy it again. Giuseppe, and I can't change RMP action on other approaches. Why? You can change the kind of alerting limit down to 0.3, but it should work. My poor fan is being overused today. Thank you very much, Alex Kitchen, for your membership. Welcome on board. Don't know why the thing's not pinged up, but I've just seen that in chat. Glad you enjoyed the content. Ah, there it is.
Minimums.
Glad you enjoyed the content. Welcome aboard as a member. You'll get invited to our members-only Discord. The party continues 24/7. Enjoy your custom emojis in chat. Takeoff, were you promoted below the zone? Congratulations, Captain. Below the zone, Terry? What are you referring to there, buddy? Dave Hagen, watching this and flying an Alpaca 19 Lima November whilst it's 30 degrees in my house and 28 degrees outside. Oh, Dave, what's our thermostat? Oh, it's gone up to 27.5 now, and I think the temperatures are around the same. If it wasn't for the aircon blowing out my back, I honestly couldn't stream today. It would be impossible. Ben Yarnell, have you been watching the spacewalk today, Captain? I did look a little bit today. It came up on my recommended on YouTube. Didn't watch much of it though. Just around 5 minutes. It was quite busy today. My goodness, got 2 members coming in here at the moment. Thank you very much both to Romare and the Burko Flyer.
Approaching minimums.
Welcome aboard, guys. Glad you enjoyed the content. You also get invited to our members only Discord. Enjoy those custom emojis in chat as well. And your new rank as junior officer. Thanks a lot, guys, for the support. As Mariana calls you all, Discordy pies. Don Maxwell, clouds look great. They do look good. These are just the Active Sky basic cloud textures. They're actually pretty decent. Performance is quite good at the moment. What am I getting? 46 FPS. It's really good. Will Bewley has dropped down to 20 degrees and it's windy down to 10 degrees tonight. Absolute bliss. I'm looking forward to it, Will. There's been some really sticky, hot, humid nights here. She calls us a lot of things. Discordy bands. Ben made the stupid mistake today of leaving my joystick on my window ledge. Melted when I got back. Good job, my TCA side stick is coming tomorrow or Monday. Oh dear, yeah, I mean, you don't want to be leaving anything on the windowsill. Especially if it's dark coloured. You can see why it melted. Crazy. So then guys, just to let you know, I know it's just a very simple stream today. That was just to be get back into the swing of things, but as I mentioned, I am furloughed in July. It's been extended here. Again, there's still potential redundancies at my operator, not announced anything yet, so I am obviously very apprehensive, but I do plan on streaming where possible. Sunday there is an event going on which has been brought to my attention between the UK and Scandinavia. They're calling it Across the North Sea, and I think we're going to go westbound, so we're going to start in the new Fly Tampa Copenhagen scenery, I think. Then we'll head west either to Newcastle, Leeds or East Midlands, and then we're going to go to Cork because there's a full VATSIM event going on in Cork as well. Never been there in Ireland, so that sounds pretty good. And tomorrow I might go to Copenhagen as well. I've got the Fly Tampa scenery and purchased it, but I haven't installed it yet. But tomorrow I might take a different aircraft, maybe the 200, and then the ZIBO mod on Sunday. Andy M71, I can't find the sugar. Any ideas? Cheeky kid. Like, right, okay. I'll confess, I might have put the sugar when I was making the tea this morning because I was half asleep. Okay, so like most households, you have a tea tin and a sugar tin and a coffee tin. I put the sugar tin in the fridge. I don't know why. So Mariana came downstairs looking for the sugar. She's like, "Where's the sugar?" I said, "I don't know where he left it." And then eventually found it. I put it in the fridge. Lewis Aikman, do you use Spain UHD? No, it was just default Bing, Ortho speed. Not that you can see much of it now. But if you look at any of the streams that I've been to Spain, you can see it here. Which always reminds me, and I think it does come up automatically on Nightbot, guys, if you're from a particular part of the world and you have perhaps an airport which you're interested in seeing, don't forget I have this interactive map which I've just posted in chat here. Take a look at that. That is every single live stream I've ever done to date, and I always take the time just to post that there. And you can type in the 3-letter code, the 4-letter ICAO code, click on the line, and I've linked every single stream there. You can see Europe's been pretty much crisscrossed everywhere. I've got a few streams in the US, one in New Zealand. Mark said for senior moment, I have plenty. Ah, me too. That was ultra special. Pilot Boy, hi, any quiz today? Quiz is on Sundays. On Sundays we do the quiz, the merch giveaway, and but it'll go around, traffic dependent. And I might have to scrap that on Sunday if we're doing 2 sectors because it'll be a very, very long stream. Waypoint Richie, do you use add-ons for the CE scenery? Yeah, I've got a. Actually, I need to update that in the video description. It's a Lua script. Fly with Lua script. It's just type in Google Fly with Lua water textures, and it changes it. It's a little bit better than the default. Stephen, definitely need to introduce some weather to spice things up on Sunday, given we have no storms today. I know, Stephen, I was actually looking forward to trying to fly through some thunderstorms today, but yeah, it looks like weather's on our side. But I think the forecast for most of the UK this weekend isn't that great, so yeah, if we do... I mean, if we go to Copenhagen tomorrow, guys, where would you like to depart from? I mean, I could do Heathrow, Copenhagen, seeing we're already there. Rain all day tomorrow. I think I might jump in the 200. Anthony, San Francisco. We'll get the group flight organised, and I said we are going to go to the United States the next one, and we'll stream it in the evening. So if most guys in Europe eat around 8-9 o'clock, if we do it 9 PM on a weekend where most of you should be home. Heathrow makes sense. Boston. Sydney, you guys. I must apologise because I keep saying to Felix I'll be jumping back in that Tupolev again, but that Tupolev really takes some preparation. Got Bristol here, Honolulu. This music reminds me. Who here played Tropico? Can you remember that game called Tropico? I used to play it like 10 years ago. Loved that game. I've been playing a lot of City Skyline again here recently too. Steve May says Manchester. We've just done Manchester. I wish I'd never asked you guys. Luxembourg would be good. I've got Luxembourg scenery. I've got Brussels scenery. Boris, Tupolev only if all signs in Russian, else it's cheating. Boris, Felix told me there are certain renditions of the Tu-154 that have the English cockpit. They have the English signage. Will Beauty do a poll? Yeah, I might do. I don't often use the community tab post polls, but I might poll it here. But I think it'd be a shame with Copenhagen being such a popular destination just to say on Sunday we depart from Copenhagen, not actually flying into it. Tomorrow I might just do a quick stream just from somewhere to Copenhagen, and on Sunday I'll do a longer 2-second day. And it'll be very busy on VATSIM with all the events going on, which will be cool. Top of time for a flyby drift view sesh. I don't know so much about the drift, but I'll do a flyby for you. Oh look, you see the Airbus ahead of us? That's a common view, over the Bay of Biscay especially. Oh look, there's multiple aircraft. You got, I think that's a Ryanair 737 ahead of us, and there's one right up there as well. Bay of Biscay, very busy airway, one we're on here in real life too. Toga chilled the end of the week, mega. Shishma, what do pilots do during the cruise? It's pretty much this. I have a chat with my companion. Usually have a brush up on the mails. It's been a long time since I've flown, but that's what I'm usually doing. Daniel F, just the cruise now over Paris. Is it realistic to be able to hear thunder in the cockpit? No, shouldn't hear any thunder. Tropico's great. Dictator Paradise. If you want, I haven't been there for years since I played it. Josh, any chance for general aviation stream in the foreseeable future? Really enjoy the streams. Thank you very much, Josh, for your kind words. Yeah, I've been thinking about with that. Then I know when we did the stream into, where did we go? In the Caribbean, I can't remember. But I know you guys enjoyed doing the general aviation flying afterwards. But yeah, I think it would be quite cool to do like a flight to the Alps from the UK or something in the Seneca, like bomb it down, we'll be there in 3 hours or so. Petrich, what Alpaca Airways SOP on flying topless? Petrich, that's under section 17.8. If the temperature's above 30 degrees Celsius, you can take your top off. St. Martin, that was it. Kurosh Captain, what should I do when the zone temp light is on? So you referring to, where is it? Here. So the zone temp light, it's either the zone duct temperature overheated, or there's a temperature of one of the flight deck controllers has failed or something like that. I can't remember off the top of my head. I'll have to look at the QRH again. But there is a QRH checklist for this. You can try to reset it pushing this. But essentially what you need to do is make the cabin cooler so it doesn't have to work as hard. And if the cabin's really hot, there's a secondary checklist for that as well. But yeah, if you turn this down, it's not to work as hard. Moop, hello from Singapore. Good, very good evening to you, or probably early morning. Infinite Flyvator, can I get a shout out? Hello. And he also said, can you one day do a loot to Malaga? I guess that's a very specific request, or perhaps a holiday you've done. I was really torn between the events on Sunday. There was so many good VATSIM events. There was the Malaga's doing an event, Cork's doing the event, North Sea's doing that, but I think Copenhagen, Newcastle, Cork. So, you know, there's not many events usually in Cork or Southern Ireland, so I think we'll grab that one. And we've done Malaga a few times. Meet Mop, it's 1:25 in the morning there. Crazy. Should get some sleep. God, you just open the window if it gets a bit hot. So it looks like, just having a look on the VATSIM map, we've got London Centre online and one tower position. I usually find that VATSIM lights up on a Friday evening after around 7:30, 8 o'clock, so just when we're coming in. We'll be anyone on a bike ride today, never again, yeah, it's too hot. James appears, any pilot you've flown with told you any good funny stories? I've heard a few. Some cannot be repeated. Thank you very much for subscribing, my I can only guess friend from Russia. Welcome aboard, sir. Excuse me, as I cannot pronounce that. Captain Nick, any comments on Llama International Airways recent video leak? Captain Nick, the video says it all. I have no comment on that. Just don't fly with that airline. Frasian, big request, but or go around please. That's on Sundays, and only if very quiet. We haven't eaten tonight, so you know that's why I was doing quite a quick stream. Benyon or Helsinki, Copenhagen? Yeah, potential option for tomorrow. Lee Bates, what's your favourite in-flight meal? Well, it varies every single day what you can get there. A sandwich made by Love, Mariana says. That's it. I ate packed lunches. If you ate what they offered on board today, you would grow to a ginormous size. There's the dog. Let's have a look at the latest weather in Heathrow. Come on then. Jack is in the house. Hello. Yeah, it's cold in here, isn't it? That's his tail whacking the microphone, by the way. So 190.14. So yeah, it's got a 14 knot crosswind to contend with. It's not too bad. 27 degrees 10k, otherwise no clouds. Nothing like I'd expect based on the forecast yesterday and this morning. About 45 minutes from top of the sun.
Minimums, approaching minimums.
Thank you very much. Angels Aviation has just joined as a member. Welcome on board, so glad you're enjoying the content. No idea why that's not popped up in the chat window, but it did come up on my screen, so thank you very much. Welcome on board, glad you're enjoying the content. You'll get invited to our members only Discord as well. Enjoy your custom badges as well. Uh-oh, Will got night botted. Oh, Will, I know exactly why you got night botted, yeah. Love the Jack emojis.
50, 40,
Tinkle, you got it.
30,
Thank you very much for the €2, Boris. He says, thank you for a perfect Friday night. Well, thank you very much, Boris, for your €2 donation. Glad you're enjoying the content. And of course, most of us are obviously having to still stick around at home and stuff. So I'm glad you can enjoy your Friday night here with me. And great, have a great weekend as well. We'll at least be streaming on Sunday, possibly tomorrow as well. Nice. This is just a lovely flight. I just wanted to do, you know, I didn't have to download new tiles, grab any new scenery because I had it all already. And easy to plan. So, and it's very chill because I know a lot of guys just want to see the ZIBO mod every single day. Russell, how did your real sim session go this week? Very well, Russell. It was just something called a recency simulator session, so it's just to keep me current whilst we're all grounded. Essentially, it's the same profile as a kind of a check flight, really, which we do every 6 months. We just cover the basics. We do a circling approach. We do a go around off a circling approach, which is quite tricky to do, hand and flown. Engine failure on takeoff, single engine approach, single engine go around. We do the Cat 3 auto land. Cat 3 would go around with an autopilot failure at minimum, so at 50 feet. So yeah, it was nice to get back, hit the level D. Level D, obviously the multi-million-pound sim that you see on the hydraulics, and yeah, it's amazing. I wouldn't say it's like riding a bike, but it comes back very quickly. My only slight mistake was accidentally saying alpaca when I was reading back through ATC, which was amazing. Dirk, 3 takeoffs and landings. I actually did that around a month ago. This was just a what they call a recency sim, just to keep you current. Anthony, when will Alpaca Airways be getting our level D boss? Anthony, we don't have level D simulator at Alpaca Airways. We have bicycles with cardboard wings attached to the left and right. And on your check, we put you on a 45-degree incline with a jump. You just have to land on the other side, and then you pass your check ride. Michael, morning, Captain. Sorry I'm late. Keep up the work, Michael. I saw you dropped an email as well. I get literally every day around a dozen emails at the moment, and I did see it. All was well, Michael, but I will try and get back to you where I can. It's just super busy outside of the channel, and in the channel I get emails left, right and centre. I got some from scenery developers that want me to use their scenery. I get them from a few aircraft guys making stuff, and VATSIM guys asking, can you go to this event? I try and cater for all, but it's difficult. Kurosh, no I didn't. Russell, how realistic is the flight model on the level D multi-minute sim? It is the real as it gets, Russell. The flight model it uses is a data package from Boeing directly. It's not like X-Plane, it's not like Prepared. It's a custom built flight model with I don't know how many computers run it, but it's basically a room full of computers. Logic UK, hi Captain, why do we put flight level 310 for winds in the forecast descent page and not flight level 300? You need to ask Lido flight plans for that, because it always gives 310 for some reason. And I remember a long time ago, someone did explain to me why. It's something to do with the forecast information, but if you look here, the descent winds, it doesn't give 300, it gives 310, 200, 150 and 100, and you just kind of take the average between the 3 levels. James, hope you're doing very well. I can second that, although I'm not a pilot. The level D simulator is just a real. I know you got you got a let me start again. You got a trip in one from one of my colleagues. He's gonna message you now, I think. Stuart Linder, what was the reaction of the training pilot? Is he saying Alpaca? He didn't catch it.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Thank you very much, Angels Aviation, for the £5 donation. Here we go.
Shout out to Mariana and everyone on Discord who helped me fix my iPad charging issue. This Early this afternoon, if it WASNT for them, I wouldn't be watching now.
Amazing. Thank you very much, Angel Aviation, for the £5 donation. Mariana is just got both her hands out going, listen to me. That's you're most welcome, Angel Aviation. I missed that because I was so busy
40,
getting this set up.
30,
Thank you very much for your
20,
donation.
10.
Uh-oh. Oh no, here comes Lizzie Windsor.
If one arrives from the west, one shall send Philip up onto the roof to wave.
Thank you very much, Lizzie Windsor. Yes, one indeed will be coming right across south of London, making a left turn, final on runway 27, will be waving at Buckingham Palace. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, Lizzie Windsor, a frequent donator on my channel, has given me a lot of support, but everyone has to give thanks to the Llama International Airways video. This was the mysterious Lizzie Windsor. She, I should say, not he, is the one that made the Llama International Airways video. Very kindly donated it to me and said, please do as you wish with it. So thank you very much, Lizzie Windsor. And everything you've done for me in the last month has been incredible. That video, as we've said, is just off the scale. Thanks. Thanks a lot. Cool. Traffic at 40,000 feet. Ideally, I'd actually like to step climb. Optimus 399. He's 10 miles ahead of us, though. Can't quite see him. We did see him earlier. Dizzy Lizzie, thanks. Thanks for the video. Exactly. Infinite Flight Deck, what's happening with the radio ad? Infinite Flight Deck will be revealed in the next 3 to 4 weeks. The new introduction to all our streams will be based off that radio advert made by Lizzie Windsor. We actually have an animation company based in the UK that does work for the BBC, and they were usually, well, they have worked for the BBC, but they usually do corporate 2D animation adverts for lots of companies, which you see on the television. When I got in contact with them and said this is what they were so excited. They were like, "That looks amazing! We never do stuff like this." So they're working on it, and we'll have something released in the next 3 to 4 weeks.
$50, $40, $30, $20, $10.
Thank you very much, Sleepy Lab, for the $5 donation. Very good, sir. This is Hello Flight Sim and Mariana. Glad to join your flight today after another absence. Any further updates on Microsoft Flight from you? Well, thank you very much, Sleepy Lab. Obviously, NDA permitting, I can't discuss my thoughts on the game and stuff. I do have it installed. It's been a while since I've actually loaded it up because it's been updated a few times recently. But it is my intention, when that does come out, to give you all the information on what I think about it then. But I'm sorry I cannot be any more specific than that, but thank you very much. At the moment, pretty much all my time and attention goes into making X-Plane streams, because it's all set up, and it is, as of now, still the best simulator for me personally. Thanks a lot, buddy. Dirk, what is the purpose of the radio panel located on the upper overhead? So this is what we call the observer's radio panel. And when you're sat in the jump seat, you can, in here, there's a seat which folds down. But just like with the Captain FO, you have the typical headset mic and headphone output. And then your panel is here. You can actually use this to talk to ATC. You can hold down the RT switch. So it's the observer's radio. Get our charts up. Ready for the approach. Transition. I haven't printed off any taxi charts, so hopefully we will have an easy taxi. is everything we need. So top of descent will be at 18:13 Zulu, so it's around 30 minutes from now, 33 minutes. Finn, you're quite right. Yeah, Mariana is now as much part of the flight data sim as just me now. I mean, I have to admit, the amount of input she's made, she's pulling this face as if to say, I'm liking this. She effectively runs the Discord for me now. 33% partnership with myself, Jack, and Mariana. But she's great because she helps answer a lot of queries, keeps everyone informed what I'm up to as well. I just run the educational aspect of things, the streams. She's very much the secret behind it running on smoothly, making sure everything's working well. In fact, I don't know what I'm going to do if you go back to work before I do, and I'm having to stream on my own. Another girlfriend. Yeah. Gave it you get to fly the ZIBO for a stream. She did once. If you look at the Keflavik, the Edinburgh Keflavik stream, she took off. And the encore afterwards. Now 15 in the Sun, is there a name for that song? I can't tell because I've merged all of this royalty-free music into kind of 5 different files which are playing through Streamlabs. I just have it as, what's this one? Lounge Loop 3. Okay, she took off, and when will she land? Just looking at me as I'm saying. In time. Alex Aviation, any word for the company? Nothing yet. They are announcing redundancies imminently. I've just got fingers and toes crossed for not just myself, but for all my colleagues. Again, I don't want to talk about it in too much detail. Obviously, personally, it's stressful, but just don't kind of think about it, just crack on with the streams. I'm very, very grateful to have this as a backup, and I really enjoy doing this stuff. I can kind of share my passion for my work through simming, which is great. Thanks, GamerTube HD. Ben, need to get a membership here soon, need those emojis. Curious, why does the cruise out and the pressurization panel go to flight level 420 and the max is 410? No idea. I didn't realise it could go beyond 410. See, we've never set it. Ben, I remember my second flight being a 737FO and I had a very bad nosebleed. My training took over and I was in the bathroom bleeding, so embarrassing. Ben, these things happen. I've had a few moments, you know, when I've had to go to the toilet in the flight because I've had a bit of an iffy stomach or something like that, but what can you do? Finn, you are on the ball. I love it. So at least your CV is solid, Captain TRI Dispatcher, Human Resource Manager, Packet Airways Chief Pilot. That's Jack, sorry. The thing is, though, in the industry, and I'm sure some of you in chat here as well, being made redundant, or if perhaps you've just out of flight training school, the opportunities at the moment are zero. There is nothing, which is... The industry has its ups and downs. 9/11, that Icelandic volcano, which I cannot pronounce, that went off, but there were small blips. 9/11, a bigger blip perhaps, but this is unprecedented. Unprecedented. And I must say to guys in flight training at the moment, you know, you must be thinking, what am I doing here? But just crack on with it. The opportunities will come, so long as we can manage this pandemic, as long as we get the support as well from our governments as well. But it is forecast to grow again, but it will be a long time off. And I genuinely say this, and I'm being honest now. If you're thinking of flight training in the next year, I just hold off. I genuinely would hold off. I would be. Gamer Tube HD, do you think the Max will fly again? Yeah, it looks like I think Boeing will get down to the bottom of their issues with MCAS. Again, I don't like to go into my personal opinion on all this. But hopefully they'll get it sorted. And they are doing some test flights at the moment. But it is inherently a good aircraft underneath the skin. AK Sheremetyevo. Punk 839 Captain, also very fortunate to have you two. Keep up the great work. Been watching your channel since the get-go. Thank you very much, Punk 839. If I could share a link here for music recommendations. Links are blocked, so if anyone tries to post a link, you automatically get timed out. So don't worry about it. I'm very happy with my music playlist, if I'm honest. As I've said, it's from multiple sources. All of it's royalty-free, which is means I can stream without having to worry about any issues with copyright. But thank you anyway. I'm actually not holding the stapler. I'm holding it down with my finger. Robert S, nice idea with the funky tunes whilst cruising. Mariana's idea, the mixture of kind of both. We kind of toyed with it. I did kind of think about it for a while, and I thought, you know what? I was thinking if it's just quiet in the background in the cruise, it just adds a little bit of immersion instead of any awkward silences and stuff. So yeah, it's there to stay. The feedback has generally been very positive. ChunkyEthical.com, says Anthony. Marcus, are you allowed to have music playing in the cockpit? Nope. Speedbird 7471, brilliant question. What happens if you touch the cockpit windows in flight? Are they cold to the touch? So, these windows here, I'm trying to remember now, L2, L3, R3, R2, so these four here, if I go to the back of the cockpit, are heated. So the window heat here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, they are heated, so they are warm to the touch. You can touch those, and it doesn't burn you, it's just warm. It's nice. The reason they're heated is for two reasons. Obviously, so they don't mist, but secondly, quite importantly, it prevents the windows from cracking or perhaps shattering in the event of a bird strike. So in fact, if the window heat fails, one of the items of the checklist is just to confirm to keep your speeds below 250, below 100, to lessen the chance of the window shattering. Now the most left window here, this one here, and this one here is unheated, and that's because obviously it's not forward facing. You're very unlikely to hit a bird there, and it is cold in the cruise. You touch that, it is cold to the hand, so that's it. Great question. Jerry 774, good flight, it says. Thank you. Good fly, watching this for cold vodka and slimline ice from the thermos flask, amazing. JJ, what are the thoughts of becoming a cabin crew member in the meantime until pilot jobs are open? It's the same across the board, JJ. There's redundancies all the way around. I don't know how to open the bar box on board, so I'd be useless as cabin crew. Yeah, the industry, cabin crew pilot potential opportunities now are very limited. Listen to it, that's some new valuable information. Dave Hagen, we're just 4 knots apart. I'm flying at 474, you're at 470. Who gets Heathrow first? Dave, who are you? What's your call sign? We've got an alpaca, a couple of alpacas behind us. That's Nigel, who took off ahead of us. Gamer Cheap HD, you guys are coming in with some cracking questions today. Have you ever had to worry about the fuel temperature getting too low? Once, and that was because it was incredibly cold temperature. So the fuel temperature, the lowest temperature is -43. Anything less than that, or the waxing temperature of the fuel gets that too cold below this, you could have issues. Now, typically in a 737 across Europe, you never have that issue unless the air is incredibly cold outside. Now, what's really useful is obviously we're bombing around here with a true airspeed of 440 knots. There's something called ram rise. So the faster you go, there's friction, there's heat generated from the aircraft moving from the sky. So the actual outside air temperature of the aircraft right now is -56. So if you were stood outside the airplane not moving, it'd be -56 degrees Celsius on your thermometer. Now, if you look at the total air temperature, it's -31. Well, what's the difference between static and true? It's the friction, it's the heat of the air as we fly through it. Obviously, as we accelerate and go fast, there's heat generated from the air there. Now, regarding fuel tank temperature, it shouldn't go any colder than your TAT. So right now, it's impossible for us to have an issue with the temperature of the fuel, because with the ram rise, with the friction generated from the heat, the TAT is -31. So that means the wing, the friction of the wing is also -31 as well. So we shouldn't have any issues with tank temperature. But the guys that fly long haul, and typically if they've fueled up, let's say somewhere where the fuel's already very cold, they could have issues. But I remember once we were flying to the Canaries and the fuel temperature was getting down to -35, -36, and a lot of people were complaining that it was too cold and requesting descent. So there's two things you can do: fly faster to get your TAT up, or descend to warm air. Well, Beauty, can we have a raw data? Yeah, we'll see if the workload's low. Oh yeah, we're not in the latest version of the mod, so this issue, it's not such an issue with pitch and power in this version. Hence, Concorde growing at cruise altitude. Exactly. I think the temperature of the Concorde was well over 100 degrees Celsius externally. Long cat fuel is actually a good coolant for certain parts of the aircraft. Yeah, they use fuel's used around the aircraft to cool engine oil, for example. That's why Concorde had to be all white. Yeah, and I think there wasn't that Pepsi Max, other soft drinks available, Pepsi Max Concorde, and they had to restrict the cruise number of it. I think it can cruise at Mach decimal 2 because of the skin got too hot. Yeah, exactly, Borov, you've got it. So 132 miles from top of descent. I think now, guys, here's a good time to start setting everything up. Excuse me, so I'll get my buttons in the right order. So I'm going to get everything set up here, and then we'll brief in full as per usual. 13.6. This is a banger. I love this tune. Some really good songs in this playlist. We've got our paddling pool up in the garden at the moment, and Marianne insists on having a certain playlist. I just have this on. It's been brilliant. Fastest Concorde is in Duxford. I think I got to my decimal 2.27 on a particularly cold upper air temp day. Hang on, I know that very Concorde. I've been in it myself. Great museum in Duxford. If you're in the UK or ever find yourself around Duxford, go take a look at that museum. One of the best in the world. Right, so just the descent forecast page. Oh dear, I have to go here to home first. Let's put the forecast winds in. $187.37. 200 is 191.31. 100 is 203.33. Execute. What was the QNH in Heathrow? It is 1007. Uh, 38,000 feet, so /114. Cool, so I think I've got everything I need for the setup and the approach. Let's just brief it. Can find the chart. So descent page we filled in. We've got the fixed rings in as well. Coming in from Roxog. There it is. So Roxog will already commence start descent. We'll be at 270. We're going to be going to Amtod. Begto. Then Hazel. Hazel is a mandatory flight level 130 restriction, which is in the FMC. So we'll probably have a brief level segment at Hazel. And then we're going to go to Lima Lima Sierra 1 at speed limit point, 250 knots or below. We should already be doing that. So we can steadily pass flight level 100. And then to Ockham. Ockham again, mandatory, hard level, flight level 70 and max 220 knots. So that is all coded correctly. We'd expect vectors. If London Centre can accommodate that, otherwise we have got the Ockham transition. So we're going to go Ockham outbound here. It's coded slightly incorrectly. That should say 23 miles. I think that's because of where the centre is. No, Ockham, sorry, Ockham 7 miles. And above 60 checks. Then to Ockham 6.3. Ooh, a little bit of a bug here. That earlier. That is not correct. What is this waypoint? Let's get rid of that. That's better. I don't know what happened there. A little bit of a bug. So, Ockham 6.3. Intercepts. And then we're on the centre fix for 2.7 left. Just want to change this to at or above 3,000 for a CDA. To add above 2,500. Actually, that should be fine because we're going to set the glide slope at 7.5 DME. That makes sense, so we can leave that as a hard altitude at 2,500. So, yeah, I mean, the transition then is just a point to get you from a VOR, which you'd be holding at if it's very busy. If not, you fly the transition or get vectors. into an airport like Heathrow. It's conventional as well, so it'd be good after flying the 200. That all kind of makes sense. Here's the ILS. Frequencies then, 109.5 in the FMC, 270 we've set on the final approach track, and we've got it tuned as active, box 1 and 2. 4 miles height check at 1400, minimums are 277, which is set. Elevation 83, we've got 100 to land out. No terrain issues, 2200 to the northwest. So vectors, otherwise the transition via Ockham. Intercept the ILS at 7.5 DME, India Lima Lima. Down we go. That's all coded. There we are, 3 degree ILS checks. Then the missed approach if we have to go around. Climb straight ahead when passing 1080 or 0 DME, whichever's last. Climbing left turn on track 147 to 2000 feet. And when passing 6 DME from London, which is on standby, without delay, climb to 3000, then as directed. So that's the missed approach. You don't want to be bombing up too high with the amount of traffic around in London airspace. So nice simple ILS, 27 left, it could be 27 right, we'll see what VATSIM gives us. And we'll land and vacate planet November 6. So we've got 3,600 metres. The runway is 60 metres wide, so wider than standard, so it gives you the impression or the visual illusion of being low on final approach. So it's typically 45 metres. We'll vacate at November 6. And we'll plead with the controller for an easy stand number, as long as it's not near Terminal 5, where BA are. We'll go for any of these stands. I've got the Pakistan chart here. We'll get it there together. Landing performance just to come. So 3.9 tons. I'll turn it as Gatwick for 2.2. So we've got plenty of gas, over 30 minutes of holding fuel. 800 kilos to burn. 57.6. Flat 30, and I'll go water break 2. We're quite light today. There we are. All done and checks complete. With plenty of time for top of descent. Usually I'm rushing that and getting everything done. But I hope that all makes sense with the approach. Nice, simple approach. Just not too busy. 80 is saying the arrival runway 27 right. Of course. God damn it. Let's have a look at X-Pilot. Heathrow 80s. Arrival runway 27 right. Departure runway 27 left. Yay! Let's go 27 right then. I was only going off what they're using right now today. Again, it's got that little glitch look. It's got, I don't know why, I'm just getting rid of that, execute. It's exactly the same, except we just turn a little bit later final. Better hearing about this now at least, and not at 5,000 feet vectors onto the approach, which has happened to me before. So when you get a runway change, lots of things you've got to check in reality. Performance again, don't forget to also change your range rings as well. Happy days. Performance then will be exactly the same. Right now we'll aim to vacate Alpha 10 Echo, Alpha 9 Echo, and then we can use this chart to then hopefully get a stand anywhere. Any of these stands will work out perfectly. They're on 27 left lead. No, I've just looked at the 80s here on VATSIM. They're saying departing 27 left, arriving 27 right. Minimum's 278 now, an extra Extra foot on the minimums. There we are. That's it. Missed approach now is very different though. Look, it's to the right, to the north. Climb straight 1580 or 0 DME. And we'll now make a right turn, track 316 to 3000. So slightly different. There we are. Anthony, today's Alpaca Airways Top Percent brought to you by CNH Pure Cane Sugar. Coming directly from Hawaii to your refrigerator soon. Aloha. Yes, okay. We get the idea that I forgot the sugar in the fridge. Finley, you are a superb moderator. I didn't even see the message. Well, I saw a second of it. Thanks, guys, and I must always stress them was, you know, yes, I wouldn't be able to do it without you now, not at this stage. Every stream. That just remind me, Dougal, my apologies, because I do wish to promote this a bit more. Simwigs project, go check that out. You can donate to a good cause, helping people who perhaps are not in a position to get themselves a desktop simulator or something like that. And post the sorry, just changed to Mariana. The link is in the video description below, the fourth link down. Tom Bollock, we picked up an ILS. Did we? Yeah, you can sometimes in the cruise. Actually, it's very common. You know, there's only a limited amount of frequencies you can attune to assign to an ILS. So you often pick up or identify ILSs in the cruise with the glide slope and localizer deviation. Oh, this has lyrics. I thought it was all meant to be instrumental. Trying to get rid of all the music we have. I'll skip to the other loop. Yeah, I thought I'd gone through all of them and got rid of one. I have to try and find it out and cut it out. There we are, approaching top of descent. What a lovely flight this has been. It's been a very chill stream. Very enjoyable. So no ATC. I thought it'd be a tad busier. At least we have ATC for the approach and arrival. We've got Heathrow approach and tower online now as well. Mega. Right, there we are. So reset MCP altitude. That is top of descent. There is no ATC at the moment. So what we'll do, we'll descend down to our first restriction, which is Hazel at flight level 130. So Alpaca 45 Lima Lima, descend flight level 130, level at Hazel. Hey guys, get your top of descent in chat as well. Enjoy. Thanks for subscribing as well, Oles Kuzmov, welcome aboard, sir. There we are, down we go. So it has jumped a little bit higher than the VNAV. The real aircraft is a lot smoother in the transition. Stays locked onto the VNAV path. It's just a slight discrepancy there, a little bit slow to initiate that descent, a little bit aggressive, so it should be a gradual descent, and that's why the speed's running away ever so slightly, but as soon as it's back on path, it should be back to where we want it. Plain Old Ben is in the house. Hope you're doing very well, sir. Plain Old Ben is, I should say, was a Dash 8 pilot. Obviously, very unfortunately, lost his job He said he flew the Dash 8 into London Heathrow, was such good fun. Was nice to know size doesn't always matter. Yeah, you don't see many dashes at that airport, that's for sure. Captain, did I miss the quiz? Quizzes every Sunday. KNA, do you have to manually control the throttle for descent on the 737 in real life? No, it will manage it, but in the mode we're in at the moment, which is ARM, you can add thrust as required. Kurosh, do you say flight level 060 or 60 in real life? 60. One thing that is really important to do, guys, when you're on VATSIM, and controllers on VATSIM, I see a lot of people always do this, but when you're saying a number, like a runway heading, make sure you say degrees afterwards. So, for example, someone said to me now, turn heading 320. Great, I know you said turn heading, but 320, you know what that could be mixed up with? Flight level 320. So it's flight level or altitude
50,
or
40,
degrees. Make sure
30,
you say that.
20, 10.
Thank you very much to MG O'Neill for the £4.5 donation. Thank you very much, sir. Hope you're doing exemplary. Why did I say that? I don't know. I said I hope you're doing exemplary. Just the words just fell out my mouth. Thank you very much. I don't know, I'm tired. I put the sugar in the fridge this morning. I'm spewing words left, right and centre. MJ O'Neill, thank you very much for the £4.5 donation. I hope you're doing very well. Such a Nigel. Oh dear. So it's just struggling to maintain speed. So we mentioned, do you have to add thrust? Yes, you might have to. So it's just dropping off speed. Look, I can just add thrust as required to get back to my target speed. In reality, it's real aircraft's quite good. In the mod, it's quite good as well. Sometimes it does speed doesn't quite match its target speed, but you can just add thrust as per like the real aircraft too. Get back to your target speed, back to idle. One thing the mod doesn't do, which you can do in the real aircraft, if you go to the legs page and recycle the existing waypoint like this and execute, it updates the winds again, takes the current wind into account, and then updates your VNAV profile. It doesn't seem to do that in the mod. It shouldn't go retard though in ARM when you're back on your target speed until you're a little bit above it. You know, it should wait for me to close the thrust lever. London control is up. Yep, we're just outside. They haven't pinged. Oh, look at that. They've literally just pinged me now to tell them to contact them at 1911. James did at 13412. Is London Centre active? London Centre, good evening. Alpaca 45 Lima Lima, descending flight level 130, inbound to Amtod.
Alpaca 45 Lima Lima, London Control, hello, Roxor 1 Hotel arrival, descend flight level 130 level by Hazel.
Roxor 1 Hotel, descend flight level 130 level Hazel, Alpaca 45 Lima Lima. Exactly as we have, fantastic.
And Golf Tango, Operation Golf Oscar Papa Tango, yeah, but nearest airport information point is Heathrow. Heathrow, wind 210 degrees, 12 knots, QNH is 1008, runway 24 and use right hand circuit, join the report.
Mark Jackson, thanks for the £2 donation. Can you click the question mark on the Avi tab so I can see your sound?
Report right base, QNH 1008 for right hand 24, Golf Tango India.
Sound pack, this 700 190 04 revision 1. I don't know what that means. Thank you very much for the donation.
40, 30, 20, 10.
I'm back to 782 to 759 to 0.
And there is Blighty.
Do 182, reduce speed to 220 knots.
That's the Captain, long time listener, first time caller. How did it go when you ate the last 3 pieces of toast yesterday? What? You were asleep. I was hungry. There was only 3 slices of bread left and I had them for my breakfast. Well, yeah, and there were the ends of the loaf where no one likes, ever. I had 2 ends in the middle.
Cargo 255, descend flight level 100.
Flight level 100, Lufthansa 255.
Vivid 38.
Isle of White Needles to the left, are they? Yeah, there you are. I was hoping to be dodging some thunderstorms. The clouds don't look quite as good as they did before. I don't know if anyone can recommend any cloud textures, but they look a bit meh. They're okay. Harry Wood 3 ends. Yeah, sorry, I meant 2 ends, and I had a middle slice too. An interesting loaf if it had 3 ends. What shall we say? Poor guy gets scrutinised from all angles. He'll put sugar in the fridge next.
3832, maintain speed to
Absolute
70 knots or greater.
mongrel.
Vivid 91 Alpha Tango, contact
Cloud art, cloud art.
725.
Unbelievable behaviour, I know.
91 Alpha Tango, thank you.
Ryanair for Yankee is with you at 4,000 feet.
I'm with you.
441 Yankee London Control, good evening. Climb now, flight level 190.
Diffs, every 10,000 feet you should be checking your diff. I get very lazy in the sim doing
130
this in the
for
single
Ryanair for
environment.
Yankee.
It is pilot monitoring's responsibility. Uh-oh, FPS rip.
50,
Let's just
40,
look at the sky for a second.
30,
It's probably London
20,
loading into the
10.
sim.
070 degrees.
Thank you very much, Mark Jackson, for the £2 donation. Very kind of you.
070 degrees for Ryanair for Yankee.
Scroll up here. Would you take Airbus cockpits over Boeing? He said. Thank you very much, Mark, for your donation. Yes, I have been in both, and the Airbus cockpit is by far a far nicer working environment than the cockpit of the 737. Outdated, small, cramped, loud. Ticks all those boxes, the 737, but it's still a better airplane. Thank you very much.
1154, 3833, descend flight level 90.
Search for cloud art. Okay, yeah, thanks for that, guys. I'll have a look at cloud art. Does that have an FPS hit, though?
Alpaca 5, Lima, descend flight level 120.
Descent flight level 120, Alpaca 45, Lima.
Lufthansa Cargo 255.
120 set.
Restriction to Heathrow Director 119.725.
Got Heathrow Director online as well. Mr. Gamer, where were you flying from? We started a day in Porto, sir.
Cargo 255, can you repeat please?
Yeah, contact Heathrow Director 119.725.
Akira, small, outdated, cramped and loud, but awesome, exactly. Seb Slater, do you ever get climbed via the SID, or is that rare? Yeah, Spanish controls like that a lot. Just make sure you confirm that you're cleared above your hard flight level. Those clouds actually look really nice, for example, compared to the ones we were just looking at. They look fantastic. You can see, look, they're the two identical clouds.
Lufthansa Cargo 255, disconnecting now, thank you.
3833, report speed restriction to Heathrow Director 119.
Just got to FMC speed. Looks the target speed's 15 knots below. Well, airspeed's currently 15 knots below our target speed. Seatbelt signs on.
London Control, good day.
White, do you ever fly the 747 or just 737? We fly all different sorts of aircraft during streaming. There is no decent 747, unfortunately.
30,
For X-Men 11 at the moment. Thank you very much, Bucko Fly, for the £5 donation.
Too many vodkas to fly tonight, but enjoying watching a pro.
Thank you very much, Burko Flyer. Sounds like he said a one too many, but he is enjoying me watching. He is enjoying flying. Oh God, what is wrong with me, Mariana? You are enjoying me watch. Oh my God, I'm so tired. Oh, I don't even want to look at chat for the next 90 seconds. Let me start again. Burko Flyer, thank you very much for the £5 donation. I'm glad you're enjoying watching a pro, even though I wouldn't call myself a pro. I'm just a line pilot, just enjoying flying in my spare time. There we go. Thank you very much. Dictionary out of the window. Oh my goodness me.
Confirm flight level 90.
Burko Flyer, how many vodkas have you had? I'm Amazing. Thanks, buddy. Wow, thank you very much, Oliver Marlowe Lit, for the 20 quid donation. Very kind of you, sir.
Right, heading 135, speed bit 916.
Just got lit up referencing a popular lawyer-based program. Is that why his name's Marlowe Lit? Oh yeah, it's his name, isn't it? Lewis Marlowe Lit. Thank you very much, Oliver, for the £20 donation. A few beers for Marion and yourself, not forgetting a glass of Prosecco for Jack. Thank you very much, man. Very, very kind.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Very, very kind. I didn't realise the reference was from Lewis Lit from Suits. We love Lewis from Suits. It's a ridiculous character.
182.
Look at this. Look at this evening here in London. I thought we'd be dodging thunderstorms, turn left 20 degrees. Do you see the activity? It's actually turned out to be 220 knots, Alpaca 45 Lima Lima. I thought we'd be dodging thunderstorms and stuff. Right, level change 220. We've already made the restriction, so that's fine. And we'll update the targets to set speed to 220.
for Ryanair Papa Yankee.
Execute.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Thank you very much, Josh John, for the £2. He says Active Sky, XP of X Vision, and Cloud Art. Way to go. Thank you very much for the advice, Josh. I have Active Sky. I don't have X Vision anymore, and Cloud Art I will have a look at. But thank you very much for the donation, buddy.
905 for speed 916 November. Alpaca 45 Lima Lima, descend flight level 110.
Descend flight level 110, Alpaca 45 Lima Lima. So 110 set, we'll leave it in level change.
Landing. Unicom 122, that's whatever, bye. Bravo Zulu monitor Unicom 122, that's whatever, bye.
Sorry, the call sign was blocked. Unicom, New Zealand.
Kieran, storm firing up at the coast of Margate. Not sure if it'll come up as far as Heathrow there. Yeah, it looks pretty clear. The meta, even the TAF doesn't suggest any thunderstorms anymore. Thank you very much, Mark Jackson, for the £2 donation. He says, if Boeing switched to side stick, would you cry? Mark Jackson, the irony is right now, I'm using the brand new Thrustmaster Airbus joystick whilst flying the ZIBO Mod 737, so I'm kind of halfway there. But yeah, I suppose, if they got rid of the control column. Descend flight level 100, Alpaca 45 Lima Lima. So 100 checks, level change. So a bit high on profile. Just got to make sure we can make that Ockham restriction, but we cannot go any lower than our cleared flight level, which is only 1700 feet away. So this is the best we can do with level change right now.
Flying 120, is there any ATC features?
Split 2776 negative, no ATC speed restrictions.
No speed, ATC 776.
Going 916 November, resume O navigation direct Dover.
O navigation direct Dover, speed 916 November.
London Control, good evening, Alpaca 19 November,
40,
passing flight
30,
level
20.
Things a bit slow today.
Alpaca 19 Lima November, London Control.
These alert things, like sometimes they're really quick, sometimes they don't even sound at all. I keep going to say thanks. Bank angle 10 degrees, very good. Just testing you, Burko Flyer.
Flight level 130 to be left off at ratio and speed is 274 knots.
Say again, 2540, you say?
Perfect. And we'll do the post-cruise checks now, pressure flight level 100.
Alpaca 19 Lima November, say again, speed.
4 pumps lights, AP's off, pressurization set.
274 knots.
Seat belts on.
Alpaca 19 Lima November, roger, maintain
Chest complete.
270 knots or greater, please.
So there's flight level 100, guys. At this point, I'll turn the music off. There we are. Just gives me.
Alpaca 45 Lima Lima, descend flight level 90.
With you out of 3000 Friday, departure.
7 flight level 90, Alpaca 45 Lima Lima.
90.
7 flight level 90, Alpaca 45 Lima Lima. Trot on the controller there. Right.
Alpaca 45 Lima Lima, report your speed to Heathrow, director 119.725.
119.725 with the speed, Alpaca 45 Lima Lima. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
It's just like London, guys. It's so realistic. Right, level change 220 knots. We've only cleared to 90, so there's nothing we can do to the Ockham restriction.
3833, localised with established runway 27 right, descend with the climb path.
Heathrow Director, good evening. Alpaca 45 Lima Lima, descending flight level 90, inbound to Ockham, speed 220 knots.
Alpaca 45 Lima Lima, Heathrow Director, good evening. Information India, leave Ockham heading 080 degrees, descend flight level 80.
Descend flight level 80 after Ockham heading 080 degrees. We'll listen to India, Alpaca 45 Lima Lima. Right, so descend flight level 80 after Ockham, heading 080 degrees. So preset the heading. As soon as the aircraft gets towards Ockham, just push heading select as well. And we'll just keep it at level change 220. There we go.
1,000 to go.
Red 3833, speed 160 knots, maintain till 4 DME.
Oh, I just hit the alert box because of sterile cockpit, which I forgot to do. Thank you very much. I just got it there. Captain Lego, thanks for the £5. He says, great work again, Captain. Not quite a captain's salary, but a small token of appreciation. Long may flight deck to Sim Raven. That's very kind, Captain Lego, and not at all. It's just, like I've said, anyone is able to watch these streams for free. I only do the members group flight once a month just to say thanks to those guys for the continued support as well. I think you are a member now as well, and your membership is more than generous enough. So thank you for the continued support. That's very kind. Whoops, yeah, forgot to push heading select 080 degrees. Thank you very much, guys, in chat.
Thank you, speed 160 knots, maintain to 4 DME. Now I have to contact Heathrow to have on 18.5, bye-bye.
Cool, so in a good position here, probably a tad high. Again, there are restrictions, but here we are, coming over London here. I do have the number of world objects turned down, but you can see there's the eye.
Alpaca 45 Lima Lima, 25 track miles for 27 right, descend to altitude 4,000 feet, QNH 1008.
So now altitude 4,000 feet, QNH 1018 for 27 right, Alpaca 45 Lima Lima. So 4,000 feet.
Alpaca 45 Lima Lima negative, QNH 1008.
That's the second time I've done that. QNH 1008, descending 4,000 feet, Alpaca 45 Lima Lima. It's because I think the QNH in Porto was 1018 or around that, and I had that written down right in front of me, so that's why I said 1018. So 4,000 feet set, QNH 1008, passing 7,600 to 4,000 feet, and standby altimeter is set. I even put 107.
Standby, Blake, Great 108, turn left heading 110 degrees, speed 220.
So yeah, there's London.
Left heading 110 degrees and speed 220.
As the Parliament, I just saw London Eye.
Spread 180 when localised, established from way 27 right.
There's the Gherkin. There's an aircraft on final here, so we'll wave at Lizzie Windsor on the approach.
Lufthansa Cargo 255, speed 160 knots, maintain to 4 DME. Seabird 182, speed 160 knots, maintain to 4 DME.
Lufthansa Cargo 10.
1008, 24 miles for 27 right, descend to altitude.
So probably a tad high, but look, it looks like we're going to be extended outbound for quite a way here, because traffic already on 13.5. So don't worry about so much in that profile. That's obviously based on turning straight away left now to that centre fix point, which we're not doing. So I'm not going to worry about. You don't want to be using VNAV in this situation. Just level change your VS. What a lovely evening in London here. Guys, don't forget to smash the thumbs up button. 600 of you watching this lovely Friday evening here in Europe. I hope you're all doing very well. Thanks for coming in.
Alpaca 45 Lima Lima, turn left heading 360 degrees, reduce speed 180 knots.
Left heading 360 degrees and reduce speed 180 knots. Alpaca 45 Lima Lima. So we'll go flap 1 now. You're looking really good for a CDA here.
Kilo, Robinson R66, Denham to Denham. That's north Denham, 1,200 feet to 1008. Service and transit London controls over.
Oliver, have you waved to Lizzie Windsor? Of course.
Golf Kilo Kilo, Roger, squawk 7034.
7034, Golf Kilo Kilo.
So 182 will be fine.
108, turn right heading 180 degrees, reduce speed 180 knots.
Right heading 180 degrees and speed 180 as well, speedbird 108.
Alpaca 45 Lima Lima, turn left heading 320 degrees.
Left heading 320 degrees, Alpaca 45 Lima Lima.
Golf Kilo Kilo identified, basic service, Heathrow QNH 1008.
So flap 5 now.
Golf Kilo Kilo,
Getting a bit higher actually, it's screwed up slightly. So speed brakes out now, flap 5. That's coming in quite nicely.
Reaching Northwood, Hotel 9 South to Simpson, standard operating altitudes at VFR.
Slow the speed brake. So right now I'm just using level change and I'll shortly use vertical speed just to lock onto the glide slope myself. Level change is great because whatever speed you fly, level change, and whatever speed you are, that's the quickest you'll go down at that speed. But now the glide slope's coming in, I'm going to revert to vertical speed.
45 Lima, turn left heading 300 degrees, central altitude 3,000 feet, from localizer established runway 27 right, descend with the glide path.
Left heading 300 degrees, send 3,000 feet on that heading, cleared ILS 27 right, Alpaca 45 Lima. Perfect, so we're cleared approach, arm approach, and that is how you do a vector continuous descent. The mod, the flight model is slightly off, but right now in this phase of flight, I can't even tell the difference. It is pretty spectacular how accurate this aircraft is. So we're on 342.10 at the moment.
American 217 Heathrow Director, Roger, leave Lambourne heading 265.
1,000 to go.
Checked. There's localizer coming in.
Golf Kilo Kilo, Roger, reported at airport spur.
Localizer alive, localizer capture, runway heading 270. And we'll just capture the glide slope shortly. There we are, glide slope capture, missed approach altitude 3,000 feet. Is set, there we are. Alpaca 45, Lima, fully established ILS 27 right.
Alpaca 45 Lima, thank you, speed 160 knots, maintain until 40 ME.
160 till 40 ME, Alpaca 45 Lima.
Answer 128, don't appear to have established, turn right heading 300 degrees.
Just going to go flap 10 just to bring that speed back as well. That 60 knot headwind will help us too. Separation's good, he's only 5 miles ahead, but looks like definitely the aircraft ahead is going to be going around. Look at that. 400 feet difference. That carnage there, look. 300 feet difference in height. Oh dear, look at that. He is going around. Speed brake.
108, speed 160 knots, maintain till 40 ME.
Speed 160 knots and maintain till 40 ME, speed 108.
So we've got tower, frequency 185.
3833, Heathrow Director, Roger, turn right heading 060 degrees, stop climb at 4,000 feet.
2,500.
Should have
Confirm 4,000 feet, please.
Yeah, perfect. Looking good, guys.
Alpaca 45 Lima, contact Heathrow, Tower 118.5, bye.
Tower 185, Alpaca 45, Lima, bye.
And Heathrow, hello, by November Bravo 3, line up 27.
The go around is imminent. Oh my goodness me. Oh good Jesus. Did he pause?
Heathrow Tower, speedbird 108 is established on the localizer for runway 27.
See what ground is.
Speedbird 108, Heathrow, hello, continue your number 3.
Number 3, speedbird 108.
No, there is no ground.
Speedbird 182, Heathrow. Yes, sir, I told you to go around 3 times. Go around, I say go around.
There he goes, look. Actually looks like the aircraft ahead. Well, we should be okay. The aircraft ahead of us is at least 5 miles.
182, fly heading 270 degrees, climb to 3,000 feet.
Gear down, flap 15. Oops. Match speed, landing checks the flaps will do now. We still need to check it as well. Start switch is continuous, recall check, speed brake on, green light, landing gear down, 3 green, auto brake set to 2, holding on flaps. Flaps 30, match speed. The mic's blocked. Flaps 30, 30 green light, just waiting for our landing clearance. Heathrow Tower, Alpaca 45, Lima, 27 right, 3 miles.
Alpaca 45, Lima, Heathrow Tower, good evening, 27 right, clear to land, the wind's 210 degrees, 12 knots.
27 right, clear to land, Alpaca 45, Lima. We've finally been cleared to land. Check is complete.
The bird 182 contact.
Wow,
Heathrow
so much
direct
drag on this.
119.
So we should be sat around at this weight around 54%. So a little bit too much drag with this version here. Arm speed brake says the high fly 108. They are arms. They are arms. Speed clear to land check is complete, so I will disconnect now.
Bravo and contact ground on Bravo 121.
Disconnect the auto throttle. There we are. Sorry to whoever it was that said they'd like to do a raw data. We'll do one again soon here. Just was a little bit busy here. 2 whites, 2 reds, looking good. Sceneries by Aerosoft guys for Heathrow.
KLM 539, just hold position. There'll be a couple of minutes.
Tad low, just going to pitch up slightly.
No worries, go on 539, hold position.
KLM 1010.
Back on profile.
200. Minimums.
Continue. Slight crossing from the
Left.
left.
Taxi straight ahead, Link 29, hold November Bravo 2 whiskey.
50. 40. 30.
Check.
20.
Close.
10.
Just hold that attitude. Ooh, looking buttery. Oh no, not that great. Great landing though, speed brakes up. Reverse.
Helicopter Golf Lima, India,
Reverse normal.
Hello, hold attitude.
At 70%. 100 knots. 80 knots.
80 knots.
6 knots, manual braking, and idle reverse. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to London Heathrow. I will take the next exit, primarily due to the fact I can't actually fit there with that massive 777 in the way.
Right, you're number 1, there's a 1 to vacate.
And we'll take the next left here. I can't believe it's not butter or the standard I have to set myself these days.
Alpaca 45 Lima, if you can, keep it rolling and vacate Alpha 10 Echo next left.
Okay, we can take the next left, Alpaca 45 Lima, or just past it now. I was going to take that left, but I'll take the next high speed. Keep the speed up for him.
Speed 108, going around.
Oh no!
108, roger.
Well, I was trying to make that next left, but he said keep it rolling, but I don't know if he wanted me to do this. Oh no, my brakes aren't working. Come on. Whoops. I called someone to go around. Oh well. I'm in trouble. Call the tower.
Speedbird 108, turn right heading 040 degrees, maintain 4,000 feet.
Right heading 040 degrees and maintain altitude.
Well, we've made it Alpha 10 Echo. We caused carnage.
Alpaca 45 Lima, thank you for that. Left on Alpha and contact the ground 121.7, goodbye.
Ground on 121.7. Sorry I couldn't quite make the first exit there. Have a good evening, Alpaca 45 Lima. Uh-oh. I can't tell if that was sarcasm. Parking brakes set down. Let's just get ground up 121.7. I definitely caused someone to go around, I think. But I was going to make that exit, and he said, oh, keep the speed up. So I started accelerating again, so I wasn't sure which one I wanted to do. Again, anyway, 121.7. The exit I was trying to make here was this one, Alpha 9 Echo, and I think the 777 was at Alpha 8. But when I was about there, he said, keep it rolling. I was like, oh, okay. So we took Alpha 10 Echo in the end.
Lufthansa cargo 255.
Perfect. Is he going to respond?
Lufthansa cargo 255.
That's that guy there. Heathrow ground, good day. Alpaca 45 Lima, vacated 27 right at Alpha 10 Echo. Uh-oh. Radio issues. Oh. Well, I heard him briefly. Heathrow ground, Alpaca 45 Lima. I heard him say something briefly, but no, we've got a Lufthansa cargo hurtling towards us. Heathrow ground, Alpaca 45 Lima. How do you read? I mean, I heard him, and he was trying to contact the other guy, and I've not changed anything here. Yeah, he's trying to talk to Lufthansa, and I heard him say 45 Lima. Then
20 Mike, ready check. 0 wing 0 Mike,
Defender 255, hold short of Echo.
Right, he's getting there now.
Alpaca 45, Lima Lima.
Alpaca 45, Lima Lima, Heathrow ground. How do you read?
I read you 2 out of 4, but second left Bravo please and hold short of Echo. Sorry, hold short of Lima.
Second left Bravo and hold short Lima, Alpaca 45, Lima Lima. We got there in the end.
Defender 255, you're giving way to the Boeing 737-800 ahead. Next left on Echo, hold Echo 1.
Hold Echo 1, Lieutenant 253.
Okay, you can't just read back the last thing I said. I need you to actually listen to what I said.
Oh my goodness me, where am I going?
Giving way to the aircraft ahead. Left Echo, hold Echo 1.
It's carnage, absolute carnage. So we're going to take the next here, second left at Bravo,
Echo,
and then hold short of
Echo
Lima,
1,
which is all the way up here.
Lieutenant 253.
Carnage. Only one of the busiest airports in the world.
45 Lima, Lima Lima, taxi Bravo Lima, stand 243.
Bravo Lima, stand 243, Alpaca 45 Lima Lima. Perfect. So 243, there it is, look. Ah, even I can find that, so we're going to carry on down here, Lima, and there's stand 243 at the bottom. Cool stuff, guys. Highfly 101, my donation. Oh yes, you did donate. Sorry, thank you very much, Highfly 101. I obviously had the alerts on there. He says, can you explain Alpaca 45 Lima Lima when established localizer 27 left descend with a glide path at speed 160 knots until VOR DME for Icefire? Icefire, yeah, drop me a question in Discord and I'll get back to you on that one. Essentially, it's just ATC instruction which you need to comply with. But thank you very much for the donation, Highflyer, anyway. Right, that's on that. That should be on out off. And of course, we need to do the taxi in music as well. There we are. Lovely. So it'd be quite interesting to see what happened in the background there. Because we got our landing clearance, but I did call someone to go around. But I was trying to make that exit, and he said keep the speed up, and I was like, well, what's wrong with this exit? Maybe you can't vacate from there, 27, right from that point there.
Lieutenant 255, holding short.
There we are, I think I've done everything on the taxi and flow.
255 negative, hold Echo 1.
It's quite a way down here, look. Go up to 30 knots. Thank you very much, Captain Monsters. Just rejoined as a member. I think you said it lapsed today and you were going to come back, so thank you very much. Welcome on board as a member again. And as usual, we'll chat away in Discord. So maximum taxi speed on the taxiway, 30 knots. Obviously, all these stands would be absolutely chocker in normal times in Heathrow. It's way just before here. They've got these waypoints like Pluto and Titan. I absolutely love that. You don't see many airports with named hold points. Come on, up to 30. 28's fine, 27. Right, the other end of Heathrow though. Who usually parks on stand 243 in this terminal? I'm going to cut the corner here. Wouldn't recommend that. Jack, my chief pilot, I hope your eyes are closed.
Scandinavian 217, Heathrow, good afternoon. Taxi Alpha Lima, stand 251. 251 by Alpha Lima, Scandinavian 217.
Next right's Lima.
Going into the mic, request taxi.
Surgeon Atlantic, you think, Callus, was it? Okay.
Left on Bravo, hold Lockheed, please.
So here's Lima. And when you come for the turn, you'll be
Thunder
doing
cargo
10
255,
knots.
holding
A tad
Echo
faster.
1.
Doing about there,
Atlanta
about
Cargo
10 now.
255, thanks.
Oh look, there's an
Right
alpaca.
To Alpha, hold November 7.
We're looking for stand 243.
Alpha number 7, Lufthansa 255.
Alpaca A's, we think about fuel savings, so we'll shut down engine number 2 now. And what that should do, ZIBO, if you're watching, the lower DU should open up with that automatically as the parameters fall below the limits. Jacko says thanks for the stream, you're most welcome, hope you enjoyed it. Nice chill stream today, really enjoyed it.
3833 Heathrow, right Alpha, I'll call you back. Taxi, right Alpha,
Thanks
I'll
over,
call you back.
drop me a message, give me 2 seconds. Let's just see what the stand is, 243. It's quite a way down. Ah, there we are, 244. Hold on. There's an aircraft just there. Has he spawned on my stand? I don't think so. The aircraft keeps wanting to swing to the right. That is normal with one engine idle thrust like that. There we are. Our home for the evening. I don't think we've got any guidance.
Cargo 255,
Let's
now
get something to stand
taxi
here.
Alpha, link 52, hold November Bravo 11.
Perfect stuff. This would be a very useful view in real life, but I've got no guidance here. Where's it? Oh, there's 737. Look. There we are. Brakes are on and parking brake is set. Lovely. 2 blues, 1 red. Engines are dead. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to London Heathrow. Time locally 9:46 in the evening. We're due on stand at 8 o'clock local, so ahead of schedule. And the Alpaca Airways flight on time service for you this evening as the engines spool down. No air bridge, unfortunately, here Heathrow. We obviously haven't paid the slots here. But yeah, what a fantastic flight. Really enjoyable. As I said, this version of OD was 342.10. I know the latest public one is 342.12. I am having a few issues with that, but I'd recommend 340.10 at least. It's pretty stable. We'll be in Lama Airways territory. Amazing. What's the name of this game? This is X-Plane 11 Programmer 28. Longcat, is the weather radar off today? Yes, I did remember to turn it off. I think we did everything today. A fish brim, the People's Airline. That's Alpaca Airways for sure. Amazing. Durodal, just so I know, do you have regular days that you stream on, or is it just random? It's hard for me to keep score. Love every video you make, but the live streams are the best. Thank you very much, Durodal. So at the moment, really, I have a rough schedule. Tuesdays, Fridays and Sundays are penciled in, but I'm doing all things in between, so it is pretty random, especially when I hopefully go back to work. It'll just be whenever I have free time. So I'll always try and do at least 1 stream a week, but I am planning on streaming definitely on Sunday, and perhaps something on Saturday tomorrow, but I haven't decided what we're going to do and stuff to do like that. Kieran Harvey simmers, it's like it's not a game. It technically is a game. But I'll cause offence there if I say that. Morapil, no approach tips today. Yeah, it was pretty busy on that approach, to be fair. What do you guys have to say about the landing? No butter emojis, of course. It was great landing, though, as long as it was happy. I did try and butter it, though. Say again? Mariana says I missed a donation by Kieran. Kieran, I missed that, sorry. If you have a strong crosswind when giving a heading, would you adjust to ensure your track or stick to heading and let ATC turn you more if needed. So yeah, ATC assign you a heading, you fly that. You don't need to worry about the crosswind component because they'll have worked that out for you. They'll be aware of what the wind is. So when you're given a radar heading, you just make sure you fly that. Simple as that. Thanks, Kieran. Sorry I missed the dono there because I do turn it off now for the approach. Well then, guys, thank you very much for another enjoyable live stream. Very, very enjoyable indeed. I will log off VATSIM here. Great to come into Heathrow as well, on the network as well. I think next time we'll go to Heathrow, we'll do an event, so it's super busy. We actually got straight in today, and it was managed very well by the VATSIM controls as well. As I've said, next stream hopefully tomorrow, but definitely on Sunday. Otherwise, let's end it here. Turn down the old chill music, and of course, start the funky replay music. There we go, guys. Let's jump on into the flight deck. Look at that not so buttery landing. We're stationary for ages. That's a perfect spot to watch the replay from. So you can see there was a slight crosswind. I can't actually really remember making any correction to decrab today. This was a sudden change of tunes, yes, from very cool relaxing music to absolute disco funk. Smoke coming from the tyres already. Yeah, no rudder look. I've been very lazy with my decrabs, but because it was only like an 8-knot crosswind, you don't really need to bother. You can decrab after the flare, but in real life I would have perhaps put a tad of bit of right rudder in there. Let's have a look from this view. It's been a while since we had any crazy crosswinds, but maybe something in store for this weekend. That was really like a nice landing. Oh, the butter aficionados would not be happy. There's a lot of weight. Sometimes on the rollout, there seems to be too much of a too much weight on the downwind wheel there. Because I felt it on the land rollout. If I look here in this view, you can see. Look how much roll there is. I'd expect that maybe with a 30-knot crosswind, but I certainly remember having to use a little bit more rudder than I expect. So if you look here, we touch down. And I was having to, you see how it's a lot of weight on the right wheel here. Look, you can see it tilting. Even though did I not have any aileron into it? I think I was being lazy. Maybe perhaps I should put a bit more aileron into it, but it was only an 8-knot crosswind. You wouldn't expect to have to do that then. Let's do one from the tower. Put the all volumes up. Right on the money though. Boom. Well, just past it. Oh, very, very nice. I'll take that today. Would have been nice to see some thunderstorm operation avoidance. Yeah, it would have been. And the forecast this morning and last night certainly suggests that it is in fact one of the nicest evenings you could possibly have. No, skidding away. There we are. So this was the exit I was trying to go for. See that one was closed, so I was going to make this one. So I was planning to vacate here. You can do it. And then as soon as I got to here, Tower's like, oh no, vacate, keep the speed up. And I was thinking, well, the speed is up. I can go for this one, I think. But I was like, all right, I'll go for the next one. And at that point, I made the aircraft go around. But no, excuses out the window. All right, guys. Well, thank you very much for another very enjoyable live stream. Thank you very much to all my moderators who are definitely on the ball today. I was having a look at the chat. What mischief you're having to keep in order, and thank you very much again, Mariana, for spending your evening away. She's showing me the peace sign. Thank you very much to everyone that donated as well. Join us a member. I'll catch up with you later on Discord, as I've just already mentioned. Hopefully I'll stream tomorrow. Again, keep your eyes peeled on the social media feeds. If I don't stream tomorrow, I'll definitely be doing something on Sunday, as there is the North Sea event being hosted by Scandinavia and UK VATSIM. So jump onto that. Guys, stay safe. Enjoy the rest of your Friday evening, morning, wherever you are in the world, and we'll see you on the next live stream very, very soon. Good evening from myself, good evening from Mariana, and good evening from Jack. See you soon, guys. Bye bye.